All right. Welcome to the party, pal. How you doing? Look, I'm a little late this morning because it's my fault. Because I was spending time before I see you. I'm always talking to my Gold Bagel members. These guys right up here. They get an alert show every day, half an hour before this show starts. And today I went a little long. If you want to become a Gold Bagel member and get everything I can give you to help you get richer, at least I hope that's what I'm giving you. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm giving you. Become a Gold Bagel member immediately. Upgrade your regular membership to Gold level. Become a Gold level member. Join me every day, half an hour before I start this show when the markets are open. Join me Wednesday nights, Primetime Live. We had a Primetime Live session last night, 7 o'clock, just for Gold Bagel members. That's another reason to become a Gold Bagel level member of this channel. Thank you all who are here now and who are always here. Whether you're a member or not, I appreciate it. If you're a subscriber, thank you again. If you've subscribed to this channel, I really appreciate you. Subscribing numbers, YouTube pays attention to that. YouTube pays attention to how many minutes this show is watched or how many minutes my channel performs. Did you know I got my stats given to me this last night? I think I got the automatic email from eBay. They kind of give me a monthly review. Last month, 1.1 million minutes of watch time of my channel. 1.1 million minutes last month in April. That's how many minutes I generate for YouTube. You know how much money for advertising that is? Not a lot. Because it comes down to how many viewers that is. And what really this means is you have 1.1 million viewers, Bruce, but you don't have millions of viewers. You have thousands of viewers. You don't have millions. And we can only sell thousands of ads. We can't sell millions of ads to millions of minutes of watch time. We can only sell thousands of ads to thousands of viewers. And at less than a penny an ad, net to Bruce, you don't make a lot of money. The most money I make as a YouTuber is not from advertising. And it's not from those of you who are members of the, the YouTube Premier, whatever that thing is called, where you pay so much a month to not get ads. That pays me as well. But most of my money, where does it come from? Right there. Members. The members of this channel subsidize this channel on YouTube. And YouTube gets 30% of whatever these people pay, because it goes to YouTube first. And I get 70% of this. And that's where I make most of my money. And that's why I'm on every day to talk to you, to give you what I can. As a member, I'm trying to give you the best value for your money I can to help you make money in this market. And it doesn't matter who the president is. It doesn't matter who the Prime Minister of Canada is. It doesn't matter if there's going to be a trade deal announced between the United States and the UK today. It doesn't matter. What matters is you guys are option writers. I have created a world of option writers that hang out here in this family on this channel, and they talk to each other, and they talk to me, and I talk to them, and we go over all kinds of potential strategies that you could employ to make money as an option writer, while the rest of the market out there, the 99.9% of everybody else, is running around desperately trying to figure out what stock should I be in and what stock should I avoid for the next week, the next month, the next year. What can make me money and what can help me retire? Where is the next NVIDIA stock is what they're asking. They're looking for the next stock to go from 100 a share to 800 a share in a month. Where is it? What is it? I can't wait to find it. And that chase has always been out there and will always be out there. And 99.9999% of the world will never find it. They will get into it halfway in or 3/4 of the way in or 95% of the way to the top. And then it backs off a little bit, maybe by 30, 40, 50%. And 99.5% of the people lose money because they chased stock and wouldn't hold on to it, or got in way too late, or just bought the wrong stock. And here on this channel, none of you do that. If you're now doing what I've been begging you to do, you've gone cash only. You got out of the market. you sold everything. If you were in a position to sell stock, raise cash, you're writing options from a cash basis. If you are, however, are following me with retirement accounts and cash accounts, I get that. You're writing covered calls inside your retirement accounts because you can't just go cash and only write options on cash. And or you're writing options on stock you're willing to hold on to for quite some time. And is there something wrong with holding NVIDIA for the next 10 years or Apple or Microsoft or what? No, there's nothing wrong with any of that. Nothing is wrong with that strategy. You're in for the long haul. You get option premium coming in. You can buy another 100 shares of one of those stocks and you acquire another 100 shares of wherever they're trading at. The year's high, the year's low, somewhere in the middle. It doesn't matter. Over 10 years, you have bought stock all the way along every time capital came in from option premiums, and you've added to your stock position and you've averaged out your price on the shares, and you're not a loser. You're not paying double what the market is worth. You're not a winner where you only paid half of what the market is worth. You're somewhere in the middle, but you're an option writer. You're an income generator. You have created what there's now a new term in the market. Every week a new term comes out. This week it's artificial dividends. There's a new game in town called creating artificial dividends. Oh, isn't that a fancy little word? You know what that really is? It's called writing call options. That's all that is. It's just writing calls. Artificial dividends. It all started with last weekend's Berkshire Hathaway get-together in Omaha, Nebraska. Some business reporter commented that Warren Buffett is stepping down as CEO and he's going to remain chairman of the company, and he's going to give up the day-to-day running of the company, blah 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 blah. And then the report said something like, "Did you know that if you own Berkshire Hathaway stock, which is $540 a share, whatever the hell it is, it doesn't pay a dividend. You don't get a dividend." Warren Buffett has been buying companies for decades, some of which do pay a dividend, some of which that do not pay a dividend. But whatever the deal is, capital comes into Berkshire Hathaway, whether it's dividend income, artificial dividend income, which we'll get into in a moment, or just capital appreciation, and they start selling off stock, and then they buy other stock in other companies and keep building that portfolio. Berkshire doesn't pay a dividend. So for those folks out there who are retirees and need income, you can't just hold Berkshire Hathaway stock and do nothing unless you have a source of revenue from somewhere else that allows you to hold this investment as a passive investment. And so the new term is, you have to create an artificial dividend. Well, okay, if you buy IBM right now, you don't have to create an artificial dividend. You get a dividend. Every 3 months, IBM pays a dividend. But if you buy Berkshire Hathaway, you don't get a dividend every 3 months. And so what you'll do is you'll write a call option that expires 90 days from now. And you do that 4 times a year. Every 3 months, you write a new call option on Berkshire Hathaway. That's an artificial dividend. And the thinking is, it's so conservative. I mean, for some of you, it's going to put you to sleep. The strategy is that you write a stock dividend, you write a stock option as a dividend on Berkshire Hathaway, out of the money, 3 months out, to give you a 1% return. It's all they're talking about. Try to get 1% on the value of your stock within the next 90 days. And you do that every quarter. You let the option expire worthless because it's an out-of-the-money contract. The assumption is the shares might rise in the next 3 months, but the price you set, that strike price you set for that contract, is way out of the money with only a 1% yield to you that you're not going to get exercised. But even if you were to be exercised, it doesn't matter because we know here what to do. You buy the stock back and write a new contract. Or before you get exercised, as the stock is quickly rising to your strike price, Guess what? We do a rollover and fine. Okay, we know all that. But the basic strategy is bring in 1% every 3 months so that you bring in 4% a year in cash to your account. And that's the strategy. You got to bring in 4% in cash, because you can buy a T-bill and get 4%. You can put money in a bank account and get 3-4%. You can put money with Fidelity and get 4%. You can buy other dividend stock out there and get 2 to 3%. But why don't you take 4% yield on your money, on your stock, as an artificial dividend? And I'm sitting here going, that's called cash. That's called covered call writing. That's all that is. We've been doing that here since 2021. Covered call writing. It's been done since the 70s. Pension funds and hedge funds and mutual funds, they've been doing that. But they never called it an artificial dividend. They called it option premium, capturing option premium. I call it getting rich, but 1%? No. We don't settle for 1% yield every 4 months. Not on this channel. Oh, no. I'll let the California Teachers Fund, that pension fund, I'll let that fund go ahead and try to get 1% every 4 months. You knock yourself out. You got billions to manage, hundreds of billions of dollars of stock. You knock yourself out. No. The viewers of this channel, yeah, you will write out of the money call options. Sure you will. You'll write 1 week expiry, 2 week, 4 week, 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, a year, depending on what the stock and what the premium is and how out of the money it is. Sure. We're not taking 1% return, are we, kids? Are any of you taking 1% in 4 months? I don't think so. I don't think anyone here is striving to get 1/4 of a point return every month on their money. That's not how it's played around here. Around here, the viewers of this channel are not interested in matching, quote unquote, matching what money managers deliver to their clientele. Example, many of you have 401ks at work, and you've got IRAs. Many of you have had in the past, or you are aware of a family member, maybe your parents, grandparents, who've had money managed for them by professional managers for the last 20 years, longer. And they have let those people look after their retirement funds. And they don't even look at their statements because they just don't have time. They let the money managers prepare their tax reporting documentation. It all goes to the guy at H&R Block, and they handle all the paperwork. And your mom and dad were just told, just sign here. You're getting a refund for $1,000. Sign here, sign here. They don't even realize they're only getting a 3-4% return on their money with these heavy-duty, New York-based, highfalutin money managers. Until you came along. You got old enough, you got sassy enough, you found me, and you asked your mom and dad, what kind of return are you making on your retirement money? You guys are 62 years old now. How's it going? You know, are you going to be, Dad, are you retiring in the next 3 years? Have you looked at your account? Well, I get someone else doing that for me. They tell me everything's fine. All is well. Until you took a look at it and you opened up these envelopes that have been stacked up and you're realizing, Dad, Mom, you're only getting 3-4% returns. This is bullshit. This is crap. You guys are going to be broke before you hit 80. You're going to run out of money. And your parents are going, what are you talking about? Everyone tells us that we're doing it just fine. And the folks at the brokerage firm or the investment house or private bankers or whatever reason, they're sending us Christmas cards and birthday cards, and everything is fine. Yeah, well, yeah, it's fine for them. It's going great. Oh, man, those money managers are living it up. Until you came along and spoiled the party because you said to your parents, listen, you might think I'm crazy, but I'm watching this guy on YouTube who has very little hair up here, and whatever hair he has is really gray and thin. He doesn't shave every day. He wears T-shirts with his logo on it. We're talking like chintzy. We're talking, really hokey here. And he drinks coffee in front of us. He eats a bagel on the air. I'm watching a guy like that, And even that guy is saying to me to tell you, you can get more than 4% a quarter or 4% a year on making money from the market. And your parents are going, really? I mean, you believe a guy like that? And you've said to your parents, well, I didn't at first. At first, I wasn't so sure about this guy, but there was something engaging about him. I don't know. We talk about crud in our crud in the mouse, and we have fun. It's a lighthearted discussion. But there's every once in a while he comes up with a one-liner that really gets me thinking. And I thought, why don't I look at some of his classes? So I waited for them to go on sale. I bought a bunch of his classes. I started, studying what he's talking about, which is writing options. And then I started writing options. Mom, Dad, I'm generating 40-50% a year on my account. It's been a year now. I'm generating this revenue. My account was worth this much when I began to write options. Now it's worth this much. And this shows no signs of letting up. And it didn't matter if it was Biden or Trump or anyone else, anywhere else. We're making money. And Mom and Dad, I think it's time I'm going to help you manage your money now. And the parents are going, well, can you beat 3-4% a year? Because if you can beat that, and so you show your parents your account and say, well, look, this is the account back in last spring. Here it is last summer. Here it is last winter. Here it is now. This is where the account is at. This is what we're doing. And we're just going to keep going on this. We're going to start to shift your account over. And so for some of you, you've helped your mom and dad, your grandma and grandpa. You've helped your brother. You've helped your sister. You've helped a coworker. You've helped a golf buddy. You've helped an old friend from college or whatever. Or you've offered to help and they've rejected it. Or they've kind of, okay, let's try it with $10,000. Let's see what I got 150 grand with these guys. I'll take 10 over, shift it over to this account. Can you help me manage that? Let's see what this looks like. And away we go. Welcome to the party, pal, where the artificial dividends, this whole new world of artificial dividends is being created all around us, apparently. The Johnny-come-latelys are coming in. They have no idea what they're doing. Do you know where you can send? Where can you send a friend of yours who comes to you and says, hey, I got $50,000 and I want to generate an artificial dividend on a stock that I have? What do I do? Where do you send that person? Can you send them to Chase Manhattan, Chase Bank? Can you send them to the Bank of America branch in their hometown to talk to the investment people there to set up artificial dividend structure, trading structure? There's no such thing as that anywhere. There isn't something like that in New York. That doesn't exist. This is fantasy land. This is where a reporter is talking about writing stock options and calling it artificial dividends. But there is no one that offers this service. I don't even know if you can go to what's that brokerage firm that you can go to, the little one-man offices, Edward Jones? I don't even know if you can go to an Edward Jones office and talk to anyone there about having them set up for you an artificial dividend program on your portfolio. I don't think they'll listen to you and they'll say, you know what you need? You need an ETF that we have. It's the aggressive ETF fund. That's the one for you. That one did 8% last year because they get a cut of the action because that's what they've been told to sell. I don't know where you can go for that, but he can go here. You can certainly hang around this part of town and learn how to write options and bring in artificial dividends, but you're not going to get 4% a year. Maybe you'll get 40% a year or 120% a year. You're not going to get 4% a year. Get out of town. Welcome to the program. How you doing? It's nice to see you. Hey, it's May the 8th, Tuesday, 2025. Welcome to Thursday, May the 8th. Great to have you with us. We were up 450 points on the Dow Jones in the pre-market about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. I got up today at 2:30 in the morning because yesterday I got up late. And so today I woke up early, and instead of getting up at 3:30, which is my normal wake-up time to be here for you, I got up at 2:30 today to be here for you. So I've been sucking on this coffee for a while. And I've been watching the pre-market activity, and apparently there is a trade deal to be announced today between the UK and the United States. It is apparently a very comprehensive and completely mega detailed deal, but some folks are saying, well, it's kind of more like a letter of understanding. It's kind of more of a, we've talked already and we've gone over a number of points and we're in agreement with a whole bunch of things here. And now we're going to work out the details. And that's the fine print. And I think that's going to take a year. That's what I think. The market was up 450 points at one point earlier today on this hype job that started last night from the administration and has continued all morning. Now we're up 170, 190 on the Dow. So we've given up half of the gain here. The S&P is up 38 and the NASDAQ is up 200 points. The NASDAQ is up 1%. It was up 1.5% at one point. Now it's up 1%. S&P is up 0.7 and the Dow is up 0.48. All three were higher than this, but they've all backed off a bit. Okay, gold is down $35 an ounce at 33.56, but it had a big run yesterday. And oil still up to 59.01. I don't know why oil is up at all, but hope, optimism on higher usage needs. Yeah, right. The optimists out there, the ones who are wishing that this is the breakthrough the markets have needed to get the markets back to a bull market standing, and we're going to have a running bull market right through the midterms. Everything's going to be just great. Those guys, those girls, those people, they're going to say, oh yeah, well look, this deal with the UK, this is a template. This is going to show you doubters there, this is going to show you doubters out there how great every other deal is going to be that we're going to sign with the rest of the planet. It's going to be fabulous. The other people who you could call doubters, realists, pessimists, practical people, they're going, well, let's just see this deal today and dig into this and really find out if there's really anything there. Because at the end of it all, if at the very end of the UK-America deal, there's still tariffs in place between the two countries, and the tariffs as an average of all items, some of which are tariffed, some of which are not, when we come out to the final actual average percentage of tariff between the two countries, if that number is higher than it was when Biden was president, then what we're talking about here is a larger tax hit to every American and every British citizen from their governments by way of tariffs. And for America, what it means is the analysts out there will say, okay, well, if the UK number went from this number to this number, it stands to reason that all other countries combined will go from wherever they were to wherever they're going to go. And at the end of the day, a $25 trillion economy, or whatever the hell the number is, if 2% of that economy is eaten up in tariffs, which is a tax by countries on its citizens for the right to buy and sell merchandise and services, 2% tax on $25 trillion, that's a ton of money out of the system. That is out of the economic system. That is being sucked out into the government's coffers. Where governments are deficit spenders, this is not going to budget a single budget anywhere. No one's going to have a balanced budget because of this. This is just going to fund the expansion of government spending. It allows certain governments to give subsidies to certain groups that are going after subsidies. Farmers, car manufacturers, oil and gas companies, healthcare companies, and those who want tax cuts. This is not going to reduce deficits. This is not going to create factories anywhere for anyone. And it's actually going to be repressive. It's going to take 2% of the economy out of the economy. Recession, full-blown recession. Certain countries are going to go into depression because they are vulnerable to slightest increase in tariffs. For America, bad news for the middle class. For the very rich of America, good news. It's costing me more to buy my Bentley, but I just got a tax extension deduction for the next decade. I won't be paying $25 million a year in additional taxes for the next 10 years. That's $250 million I don't pay. My Bentley went up 50 grand. Easy come, easy go. I can afford it. The individual down here at the bottom who wants to buy a new Ford Bronco, next week, the Broncos are going up $2,000 each because they're made in Mexico. Did you know that? The Ford Bronco, the American of American looking cars made in Mexico, will be $2,000 each more. And it's not to millionaires. It's to everybody, including thousandaires who are living paycheck to paycheck and have always wanted one of these. Gonna be kind of tough. Did you know, a little factoid for you, a little trivia for you. Did you know that half of all imports to America from China are actually American companies ordering from their Chinese subsidiary companies merchandise to be sent to the United States? Did you know that? So if you go around your kitchen, go around your patio, and take a look at what you got there. Some of you have a barbecue. Some of you have an air fryer. Some of you have a microwave. I think all of you have a fridge. Dishwasher, stove, pots and pans, coffee makers. What have you got? And where is it made? Have you figured out where your stuff is made? Some of you are going to notice, oh yeah, this is made in China. Did you know that the importer is not a Chinese company? It's an American company. It's an American subsidiary company based in China. If your product comes from Malaysia, there's an American subsidiary company in Malaysia. If it's coming from Vietnam, there's an American subsidiary company in Vietnam. You got Nike running shoes? They're likely made in Vietnam by Nike Vietnam Incorporated. Nike Vietnam doesn't own a factory in Vietnam. Nike Vietnam has factories that make shoes for them under license agreements to specific specifications, and then those are shipped around the world, including the United States. So half of all Chinese imports, where America's getting robbed by the Chinese, half of all the imports are for American corporations that own Chinese subsidiary companies. In effect, it's Americans screwing Americans. American companies have figured out, rightly so, that as of the late 60s, but really in the 1970s, when I was just a 20-something-year-old guy, they figured out in the 70s, we are going to shut down factories in Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, Indiana, New Jersey. We're shutting the factories down all over the United States, including Ontario and Quebec in Canada, because those are industrial centers too. We're shutting down all those factories because we've already established offshore corporations in China and Japan and South Korea and Indonesia and elsewhere. We're going to have our product made there for way less money, ship it across in containers to the Port of Vancouver in Western Canada, to the Seattle port, to the Portland area, to the San Francisco area, Oakland, and Los Angeles and Long Beach and San Diego. We're going to send product there by container ship. And there'll be trucks waiting and rail cars waiting for these containers to be put on by the cranes. And then off they go to the various distribution centers to stock Sears and Roebuck and Kmart and that new company called Walmart and this new company called Target that's going national. We're going to flood the country with our product, just like we always have, from our distribution centers, like we always have, but not from our factories. The factories are now over there. And this is what's going on to this very day today. American companies are bringing in hundreds of billions of dollars of merchandise into the United States for themselves to distribute to you. And then they advertise to you what a great idea it would be for you to buy yourself a brand new Weber barbecue, or to get yourself a new Panasonic microwave, or to get yourself a new flat screen television, or to buy yourself a new electric operated power recliner sectional couch at Costco, or at wherever. Go to Lazy Boy and check out the new merchandise, cup holders in these reclining seats in your theater room, all made overseas by Chinese manufacturers. For example, Chinese factories under license to American subsidiaries based in China, who then sell to their parent in America. And it's Lazy Boy saying to the United States, I'm terribly sorry, but we cannot produce the Lazy Boy furniture in Illinois or wherever we used to produce it, because if we did, we'd have to double our prices to you. So what we've done to survive as an American corporation is we have created corporations around the world, and we produce the product in much lower cost locations. And we are saving you money by being able to offer you a power recliner in a easy chair, or a sectional, or a love seat, or whatever, with all these bells and whistles, some with massage features. It's got everything. And you're getting value for your money. And you agree. You all agree. Because when it comes time for you to go out and look for a new sectional, you are price shoppers. 90% of Americans only spend half of all the money that they have. The other half of all money spent by Americans is by the top 10 percentile. Those folks, they almost don't even bother with the Lazy Boy furniture. They buy higher quality than that. Really high-end stuff. And that is definitely not made in America. And if it is, it's double the price. No, the big business, the big market for recliners and whatnot are all kinds of companies, including Lazy Boy, that have it made overseas and are selling to themselves the product because they won't make it in the United States. Now, Trump has put a 145% tariff on everything coming from China. And so if a Lazy Boy rocker recliner, power recliner coming into America used to be retailed at its store for $599.99 because they could bring it in for, say, $200, rather than make it in Ohio for $400, they can bring it in, shipping included, for $200. That item now will be subject to possibly a 145% tariff, which means that item now is $450 to $500 landed, which means inside the store, it's $1,000. It's $11.99. It might be $12.99 with a $200 discount, only $1,099, and no payments for 1 year. So whatever the deal is to get you to sign on a dotted line, they'll do it. But you're going to pay that tariff inside the new price if this stays the way it is. And you can do this with your furniture, your appliances, everything in your house, outside your house, you name it. That is the deal. And there will be no factories built in Indiana or in South Carolina or a non-union state like Missouri or Alabama or wherever, where the union workers haven't got a hope in hell of forming a union. The state government has made sure of that. Even there will not be factories to make furniture or barbecues or anything like that, because those factories would be restricted to only sell to Americans. Who in God's green earth is stupid enough to order a Lazy Boy chair made in Alabama that's going to be exported to Argentina or Brazil or the United Kingdom or Germany? They're not going to do that. They're going to Lazy Boy Germany, which doesn't exist. There'll be a company like a Lazy Boy in Germany. Those guys are just as smart as the Americans are. The Lazy Boy people in Germany have Lazy Boy furniture made in China or in Vietnam or in Sri Lanka, or eventually in a country like Ethiopia or in Chad or Morocco. They will get product made in the third world at third world prices to import into Germany so that Germans can buy top of the line, under license manufactured electronic reclining furniture at the same cheap prices that Americans have been paying for 20 freaking years. They're not stupid over there. They're very smart people, just like you're smart. Americans are the smartest entrepreneurs, and the rest of the world is quickly figuring it out. Why build a factory where it costs me $25 an hour to hire a person to do it? I could license a factory where they're paying $1 a day, $2 a day. Do I care that these poor workers have to work 6 days a week, 14 hours a day? No, I don't. Do I care that the water coming in this end of the factory is nice and clean, and the water going out of the end of the factory is polluted with all kinds of leads and chemicals and pollutant? No, I don't. Do I care that there's a smokestack burning whatever materials open into the air without any filtration? I don't give a crap. Why? Because it's not in my hometown. It's not in my state. And it's not in my country. I'm just buying a couch for $9.99, sectional with power everything, and I don't give a crap who makes it. I have it in my house. And that's the way we are. We are ruthless economics people, economists, and we can only afford what we can afford. And there's no way we can afford to have that product made in our home state, because it'll be quadruple the price. We can't afford it. We can't afford to hire ourselves to make something for ourselves. That's the reality. If it were possible for us to get a tune-up for our car that would normally run $600 at the BMW dealership, if we could somehow get the car to be shipped to Venezuela and it gets tuned up there, all cleaned up, and brought back to our local mechanic place, and instead of me paying $650 for whatever mechanical work was done on it, it cost me $200, I'd say do it. But we can't do that. That's not yet available to us. So we have to pay the local mechanic to fix our car. Unfortunately, that's the way that is. And the local mechanic knows it. The local mechanic knows you can't go anywhere else. I'm a licensed mechanic in this state. I have a certificate from the state in which I live. You have to hire me to fix your car. I'm a plumber. I'm an electrician. I'm a carpenter. I'm a unionized, certified person in this trade. I'm a tradesperson. You have to hire me. So you want your toilet unplugged? $150. If you could hire a plumber, certified plumber from Chile, to come up here, spend a week in this town, and fix 200 backed up toilets, and it only costs you $25, you do it. You'd hire that guy for $25 and tell your local guy to go to hell. But you can't. And that's the problem with American labor and Canadian labor and British labor. We have priced ourselves out of the market, or we're not making enough money to be able to afford ourselves to work for ourselves. Trump is trying to reverse this with tariffs. Ain't going to work. Not going to happen. There you go. I'm just a guy in front of a computer trying to tell you what I think is happening out there. We're 17 minutes away from opening for the day. All right? You've got a world view now. I hope I haven't angered you in any way. I hope I've educated you in some way that you've gone, I never thought of that. It never occurred to me that it's actually American companies that are ordering this product in from China to our domestic market. I thought it was the Chinese who were doing this. I thought they were ripping us off like my God, Donald Trump says. My Lord and Savior, my new Pope, Donald Trump, he said that we're getting ripped off. I thought that was true. I didn't know we're ripping ourselves off. Why is it that, you ever thought about this? Have you ever wondered why is it that you go into your favorite store? Let's say you go to Costco. Who doesn't love Costco? We all love Costco. If you're a member of Costco, you know why you love Costco. You waltz into your Costco store and you see some of the brand new outdoor furniture that they're offering now. Have you seen some of this stuff? You can now buy outdoor sectional furniture for your patio and it's got reclining features to it. You can now buy a standalone chair that is a rocker that sort of swivels back and forth, is a recliner. This is outdoor furniture, the stuff that rain falls on, when you forget to put the cover on it. You know where this stuff is made? Have you looked at it? If you go to other stores in your town looking for this kind of stuff, in the next few years, you're going to find this everywhere. You're going to find it at Walmart. You're going to find it at Target. You're going to find it at other retail establishments. And you're going to find all kinds of manufacturers making this stuff. This isn't from one place. And you're going to find a certain number of these items coming from China. This is the new wave of laziness for Americans, luxury for Americans. Middle class and up Americans can afford outdoor furniture that used to be the high-end stuff of living rooms, rec rooms. So now we have a theater room, we have a rec room, we have a living room, and we have an outdoor patio furniture area. And it's got power everything, recline everything, cup holders, you name it. This is the American way, baby, just lifting up the standard of living to get these toys for our homes or our vacation homes. Some of you have two houses like this, or you know someone that has two houses. They have one house at home where they are from that has just got everything in it that you can imagine. And then they have a condo in Florida or in Georgia or in Texas or in Arizona or in California. And you can't believe the $1.5 million house they have down there with all those toys in it. And they're only there like 3 months of the year. It's unfathomable for some of you guys. And all this stuff is not made in America. None of it. None of the toys are made in the United States. And it's all discretionary income. That's how rich America is. Trump wants a piece of the action. He wants to extend the tax cuts for the top 1%. They say the top 10, but it's really the top 1. And corporate America is going to be the big winner. And guess what? Some of the corporate American winners are the very companies that order product from China into the United States to sell to you at a bargain price. Except that in reality, if the patio furniture were made in volume in Cleveland, Ohio, for Costco, let's say, factory in Cleveland might be able to make it to a price where you might only be paying 10 or 20% more than you're paying now in Costco. The reason you're paying the price you're paying in Costco is because there is no American competition against the importer. The importer made an exclusive deal with Costco that no one else can go in there. Costco doesn't carry 5 different kinds of manufacturers' product in their stores. Walmart doesn't either. Walmart cuts down the competition for you to view. You want to see every company that makes patio furniture? You got to do a lot of driving in your town, your state, to see all this stuff. And every one of these guys is only pricing against the other competitor. And they're all bringing this crap in from China, South Korea, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, wherever in Asia. And so they're bringing this stuff in on pennies on the dollar, and they're not going to undercut each other to sell it to you for double what they paid for it. Because if that were happening, you'd be offered this stuff at 60% less than what you're going to pay. An American company coming in could possibly produce one of those 5 brands' products close and similar to, but they got to guess the right manufacturer and the tastes of America. They got to be absolutely perfect that the one version of patio furniture they're going to make is the one that sells the most. And then they've got to be price competitive against that importer. And the problem is the American manufacturer matches the price that that product is available at Lazy Boy or at Target. What does the manufacturer do? The importer do? They cut their prices by 15%. Because why? The patio set is $1,000 retail at Target. Now there's a new competitor from America, $1,000 for this set. The importer paid $200, $250 to bring it in. They'll cut the price so that it goes down to $800, $799. All of a sudden, the American company has to go down to $799. The problem? The cost of the American manufacture, $750. There's no margin left. That's why American factories go under. They can't compete with foreign competition. American companies have already figured out they're just going to buy their merchandise overseas rather than make it themselves in America. Physically cannot do it. Economically can't do it. It's not personal. It's not anti-American. It's business. It's just business. You as option writers need to know that. And you as option writers have to understand this market is up 200 points right now. But this looks like a dead cat bounce to me. This doesn't look like a market that's ready to go back into bull territory. This is a market that's going, this UK thing sounds good. It's got the right tone. We like this kind of talk rather than higher tariff, higher tariff, higher tariff, higher tariff. We like deals. So we like the atmosphere. So we feel better. We're not in the mood to sell because, selling means we lose money, right? I mean, the lower the stock goes, the more we lose. We want the markets to go back to where they were, but we're not going to have the markets go back to where they were with just this one memorandum of understanding arrangement. This could be such a loosey-goosey document we're talking about here in a couple hours that it might make the market go down. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. There are 100 and something countries out there that have to make a deal with the White House. This is going to take quite a bit of time, and it's possible that the Chinese representatives that are waiting in Switzerland that are going to talk to American people in Switzerland are so low on the totem pole in the communist regime, they don't have the power to negotiate the price of a pen. They're just glad-handing and doing a photo op for the White House. The White House may be sorely disappointed by Sunday night. They came in with hopes, wishes, dreams, and aspirations of trading greatness, having just announced a great deal from the UK, if it is a great deal. And now they have nothing on the Chinese front. Because the Chinese, as smart as they are, and they are very smart people, why would the Chinese cut a deal with the United States right now? What's in it for them? They're better off waiting 6 months to even get serious and allow shelves to start going bare inside Walmart stores, Target stores, and elsewhere, especially mom and pops all over America. They want, and should want, American business to really get hit between the eyes with a lack of merchandise. And whatever merchandise they have is unpurchasable. It's too expensive. Now the administration might be more in a mood to chat, because now the administration might figure out this isn't working. This tough guy approach with China, it's not working. They're not caving. They would rather suffer more than us than cave to us. And the realization is, oh shoot, November 26th is coming around, the midterms, and there are no midterms in China. They don't have midterms. They got a president that's the dictator for life. This guy ain't going nowhere. They just passed laws 2 years ago. He can stay as long as he wants. Trump, he's got a problem. He's got a timing problem. He only has 4 years. He doesn't get 20 years to be president of the United States. China knows that. And Indonesia knows it. And Vietnam knows it. And South Korea knows it. And maybe, just maybe, a whole bunch of countries will make a deal with America, but a whole bunch of countries will not make a deal with America. They'll wait him out. They'll do what option writers do. They'll do this. Option writers write options waiting for them to go to zero. They fold their arms and get rich folding their arms. China might be doing just this behind the scenes. In front of the camera, they're there to talk to you. And they're there for photo ops. And we're going to work on these agreements. We're going to discuss thoroughly these trade arrangements. But behind the scenes, the guys in Beijing are going, let's just relax. Let's wait him out. We're here for 1,000 years. This guy's here for a year and a half, midterms. And then we'll see what's going on. In the meantime, China is negotiating with Britain, Germany, France, Canada, Brazil, Kenya, Egypt, Lebanon. China's doing business with everybody, but they're not doing business with the United States because the United States doesn't want to do business with China right now. And American subsidiary companies, don't feel sorry for them. American corporations like La-Z-Boy and Weber and everybody else are already ordering product under license from other countries that have a much lower tariff rate. So if Thailand makes a deal with the United States and anything from Thailand can come in at a 5% tariff instead of a 42% tariff or a 145% tariff, guess where your next Weber barbecue is coming from? Made in Thailand. These guys are not stupid. These American people, these American entrepreneurs are the sharpest people on earth when it comes to making business deals. They're just going to go where they have to go. It's nothing personal. Sorry, China, we're going to order from Thailand. Apple said, sorry, China, we're going to start buying from Pakistan and India. You know, the two countries that are at war right now with their planes. Apple saying, we'll order from Pakistan and India the iPhones for Americans, even though they're at war with each other. They've got nukes. It's not going to affect iPhone production. After all, this is business. That's war. That's another thing. It's a limited skirmish. Do that over there, but where the factories are, make our iPhones for us. Because India and Pakistan know that if the factories of Pakistan get hit, and the Pakistanis know that if the Indian factories get hit, both countries are truly at war with each other. And they are going down the tubes economically. So they're not going to hit each other's factories. That would be the death knell of their own business. So let's bomb little villages out in Kashmir. Just make a point. It's nothing personal. It's just business, folks. That's all this is. Welcome to the party, pal. Thank you for joining me. I'm just a guy in front of a computer that's getting really old, approaching 70 this year. And I am gurgitating to you stuff I've learned since the 60s and 70s and 80s, before most of you were born. And I'm just telling you, the world hasn't changed a goddamn bit, period. It has not changed from the 60s and 70s and 80s. You think it has. You've been brainwashed it has. You look at movies and television shows and go, oh, it was black and white back then, and everything was so great. Mayberry was just so fun, and there were no problems back then. Oh, what a great world it was. You have no idea the shit show that was going on in the United States in the 50s and 60s. You have no idea. You've seen some of it. You've seen some documentaries. You've seen some movies, but you haven't lived the life. You never will live the life. You can't live the life. That life's over. The scars are still there, though. And the children of those people and the grandchildren of those people from the 50s and 60s, 70s are with us, all around us. And some of you have noticed books are being banned in my school district. You may support or you may not support that. Town councils have gone radical. Politics in your state has gone stupid. My home province, Alberta, it's gone insane. I have a premier that thinks she's a prime minister of the country. She wants to be she wants to be her own country's prime minister. She's gone completely wacko. She was wacko already. She's just now showing how wacko she really is. We have those people in Canada. You have them in America. They're in England. They're in Germany. They're in Spain. They're everywhere. So it's not personal. The world has not changed at all by how stupid people act and how racist they are and unfair they are and selfish they are. Hasn't changed. Just hasn't. We just have smartphones now. We can just take pictures of something happening and send it to all our friends instantaneously, as opposed to take a photo with a camera, click, use up the film, go to a camera center, get the film developed, then make copies of that photo and mail them to friends and tell them what's going on. It's only 2-3 weeks. Today it's seconds. Take a photo, a video, send it to friends, send it to a media organization. Within 30 seconds, it can be on the air. Welcome to the new normal. But it's the same world. Just saying. Your job in this world is to get rich. And one way to get rich in this world is either be a creator of a corporation where you create a company and invent a product, and in 15 years, you grow to the point where it becomes a public company and you become a billionaire. Or you find a company that's done all that and is about to be explored and discovered by the world, and the stock is about to go to $1,000 a share, and you can get it $1 a share right now, and within months, you're going to be a multi-billionaire. Everyone's looking for that one. Or you could be here, and you could go, you know, Bruce, I kind of like this idea of being a casino. I kind of like doing what the Bellagio does in Vegas. They They got the fountains, they give away free drinks, and they've got gamblers running the floor that are dropping money into these slot machines, unprovoked. I would like to own a bunch of slot machines in the stock market, and I'd like to be a casino. I want to be the one with a 99% win rate as opposed to a 5% win rate. I want to be the writer of stock options. And that's what people do here. They write stock options. They create artificial dividends. Did you know that's what you're doing? You're creating an artificial dividend. Holy crap. That's a new term for you. Talk about legit. You are legit now if you're an option writer. The media is coming around to you going, you are legitimate, a part of the options market, of the entire investment market. You are, like Larry Titus, a bell ringer. You are a trendsetter. You are making things happen by creating artificial dividends. Congratulations. Welcome to the show. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for subscribing, becoming a member of this channel. Thank you for renewing your membership. Thank you for upgrading your membership to gold level status. Thank you for telling everybody here how long you've been a member of this channel. Thank you very much, all of you, for this. I just want you guys to get richer. It's nothing personal. It's not political. I don't give a crap what you believe in, who you believe in, what you follow, who you follow, why you follow. I don't care. I don't care. I want you to get richer. And that's all I'm after. I just want you to get richer in this market. And there are ways here to become very wealthy as an option writer. You need to step up, learn how options work, and understand how they go up in value, down in value, how they are created, how they die, and how you can become a writer of an option and then close out your position and keep the money. Give someone the thrill of gambling with your stock or the options you create. Give them the thrill and take their money for it. Boy, is this easy or what? Thank you for answering my question today. We have the question of the day here has something like this. If the U.S. can sign new trade deals, if they can keep doing that, I can see SoFi reaching 15.17 a share. Like, no problem. It's right now 13.30, up 27 cents. I think it's up that much, maybe more. Let's take a look. So there's the question. If more trade deals are going to come out, the market, 13.30 on SoFi right now, this stock could go to $15, $17. Well, 76% of you who've answered this question, over 200 now have answered it. 76% say, yeah, you know, you're right, Bruce. It's up to 13.30 here this morning. No news. The company hasn't said a damn thing. And it's up 2% just on the opening trade. Yeah, drifting to 15.17 a share could easily be the game plan here. I like this game. Charlie is here saying, you know what, Bruce, it's time to put up the knee emojis. Knee. Don't forget the Knights of Knee, says Charlie, because Charlie knows, like Andre Delatorre knows, the reason markets go up or options die, why you win as an option writer, it's because of the Knights of Knee. If you haven't watched the Holy Grail movie, you're completely clueless as to what the hell's going on out there. I'm sorry, it's a 50-year-old movie. If it were bunk, the movie still wouldn't be watched to this day. Why is it that people still watch this movie 50 years after it's made? It's got to be because it's true. I mean, come on. If you believe in the current president, you have to have the faith to look at that movie. I mean, we're out there, you know, we're all out there. We're all crazy. Jeff, thank you. Boeing Tiger, thank you and welcome. Lee Mortimer, good morning and thank you for being here. Lorraine, Uncle, IT looks like Rosie O'Donnell has regrets. It looks like Rosie O'Donnell has regrets. Did you see how she looks? I don't care how she looks. I don't care what she says. I don't care. I wish her the best in her life. And I'm actually kind of proud of her in a way, because she came from jack squat as a teenager and has done rather well for herself. I haven't got a problem with this. I honor success. I respect success. Now, you don't think she's successful? You don't like her? You're upset with, well, that's you. That's your, shouldn't affect your option writing program though. So maybe spend a little less time on what you think of people and spend a lot more time on making money in the option market so that people can now judge you on your success. And they can say, have you seen her lately? She looks like crap. I doubt that Lorraine will ever look like that. Lorraine, I love you. Thank you for those coffee mugs. Jen and I will be back in Calgary at the end of the month, and we'll be holding those coffee mugs again. So thank you again, all of you, for being here. I don't care what your God is, what your beliefs are. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care who you care about whatever someone else did. I don't give a crap. I have one question for you. One thing. Are you making money as an option writer, or aren't you? That's it. That's all there is for this channel. I don't care what your favorite pizza is. I don't care the best burger joint in your town. I don't care your favorite beer. I don't give a crap. I don't have to give a crap. And you don't have to care what my favorite beer is. I don't drink beer. You have to care about how much money you're making. And is this channel helping you get richer, or is it not? That's all you're going to ask yourself. That's what these people ask themselves right here. Gold Bagel members are Gold Bagel members of this channel, paying $25 a month to YouTube for the pleasure of being a Gold Bagel member for one reason and one reason only. Am I making money here, or am I not making money? Is this membership worth my $25 a month, or is it not? That's the question. I do everything I can to make it worth your while to be a Gold Bagel member, including offering you the opportunity to become part of the Discord chat group. If you'd like to be part of the Discord chat group, become a Gold Bagel member and send me an email and say, Uncle Bruce, I am a Gold Bagel member. Here's my handle. I would like to become part of the Discord chat group because I want to hang out 24/7 with the family that talks all the time over here about option writing. I want to be part of the option writing family. I want to be able to see and hear and maybe comment and question people about some option strategies that I'm thinking about. Send me an email and I'll send you link information to become part of the Discord group. Another benefit of this family right here. Last night, we hung out last night, 7 o'clock Eastern time, Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce, just for Gold Bagel members. We covered a couple of trades last night, didn't we? There are folks around here going, I didn't know I could do that. Oh yeah, I should actually think about doing it that way. I think there were some folks last night that after the show was over and they thought about what we talked about, have figured out that that show last night is going to make them $10,000 to $50,000 more money this year. I bet you there are people that will ultimately admit, you know what, that's right. What I learned last night on the Primetime Live show that I can watch because I pay $25 a month to be a Gold Bagel member, that one show last night is probably going to make me $50,000 more this year on my option premiums. That's what's going on around here. If you don't want to make money, go somewhere else. If you want to get richer, you want to move up into the top 10 percentile, which is $250,000 a year. You want to get into that level or higher. This is the channel I think you should belong to. And I think you should embrace this channel. Grab everything we can give you. All 18 lessons. Do one-on-ones with me when you can. Get together with the group on the Discord channel, the Discord chat page. This is where you want to be, because I think there are a whole pile of folks here who comment every day. You notice the same names? If you hang out here, well, you notice the same names are here all the time. These folks are making money. They're not here losing money. They're not here crying in their beer because they can't do a good trade. They're not here because my stock didn't do what it was supposed to. They're here making money, making a lot of money. And a lot of these folks have changed their lives completely, and their family's trajectory has been completely altered. Just in the last year, 3 months, 4 years, whatever, since 2021, there's been a lot of people around here going, whoa, boy, am I glad I found this channel. Am I ever glad? This guy woke me up. This guy motivates me. This guy makes me give myself a Will Smith dope slap to wake me the hell out of my funk. And you know what? For a couple hours a day, I don't listen to these other news channels. I just listen to this guy and hang out with his his viewers' views, hang out with these people, and then I go back to where I want to be. But you know what? I get a break. I get a viewpoint from another part of the world on the entire world and why it matters to me where I happen to live. We're just doing the best we can to make you richer. It's not personal. I want you to get richer. And I guess that is personal. I personally want you to get richer. Don't like it? You don't have to stay here. It's okay. There's no law saying you must watch me. It's up to you what you want out of the deal. Anyway, there you go, everybody. Thank you all for joining in here. You've been making comments all morning, and I haven't read any of them. I've just been, going and going and going and going and going and going. I hope that most of you haven't made yourselves angry at each other. I hope it's all good. Richard Carlin, Stuart, Flavio, David R., welcome. Did anyone grab any alphabet yesterday when it dropped? Eddie's here. Robert, as always, thank you, buddy. Thank you for being here. Lee Mortimer, Corinne, Chase, Rosita Parker is here. Stock Jockey. The thumbs ups have been coming in here all morning. Look at Mandu number 5, 29 thumbs ups. That was 4 minutes into the show. I got my 29 thumbs up. Thank you for giving me thumbs ups today, as always, you guys. John Harpster's here. Carl bought some Google at 150 and picking up some Shopify this morning. Let's go. Charlie. Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm number 7 this morning. Hey, Hector, number 35, good morning. Andre De La Torre, good morning, Uncle Bruce and everybody. Jeff and the classes and the one-on-ones. Jeff is adding commentary to my commentary. Thank you, Jeff, for letting everyone in on this. I appreciate you, buddy. Rice, Juan, Richard Vaughn, the man. Let's see, what else going on here? Alberto in the house. Good morning, Bagel Familia. Let's get the dinero. There's the wisest words right there. I mean, you want to talk about someone making money here, follow this guy. Let's go. Aaron, this is why I sold BRK.me. Costas, QBTS is up 28%. I have no idea what that is. Juan, Uncle Bruce, with BH being so liquid at the moment, do you think they'll start buying back their stock? I don't even know what is BH. I don't even know what that is. I don't follow every stock. Then you can get real crazy and write cover calls on dividend-paying stocks and juggle ex-dividend dates and days to expire. Oh, yes. Oh, it can get complicated, can't it? Yes. James of the Misty Tree. I'm number 70 on the thumbs-up meter, Bruce. You're going to go you're getting 200 today. That's what this guy's trying to tell me. Thank you, everybody. Murray from Tokyo. Good morning, evening, everybody. Today is the day SoFi closes above the 150-day moving average. Bull breakout for SoFi. Ooh, that would be fun. Mark Downs is here. Charlie went downstairs to make sure Carter's window was closed. Nacha was in Carter's window well outside. Not sure how she got up, but the screen wasn't in properly. Let the cat in and fix the screen. Oh, my gosh. Pets. John Malone, good morning, Uncle Bruce and gang. I am thumbs up 78. Juan, man, I use that strategy on Win and Cake. Worked well so far. So people are talking to each other here. It's beautiful. Bobby's in the house. Thank you. Jeff Presley is here. I'm sure the deal with the UK is better for America than the previous deal. I'm sure it'll be fine. Jeff, and my SoFi will go up. There you go. Thank you. Splayer's in the house. I think I'm like number 89 or something like that. Good day. Hello. Thank you all. Here, John T says, yesterday I stayed out of that 0 days to expiry credit spread due to the Fed talk. But my fake triple Q's put credit spread of 472, 476 would have paid off. Thinking of triple Q call credit spreads after Trump announcement at 7 o'clock. Interesting strategy. Yeah, it might be an idea. See how this plays out. The market is up 219 for the Dow, up 34 for S&P. NASDAQ is up 150 points this morning. Oil up 98 cents. We got SoFi at 13.22. GameStop up 25 cents. 26.26. ASTS down a penny. Rocket Lab up 24. MSTR up $15.78. AI up 44 cents. I noticed this morning that Bitcoin was approaching $100,000. I love this show. Welcome to the party, pal, says AUD. Uncle Bruce, I love you. Rock and Roll Pal, you got to become a member, man. You got to become a member of this channel. Come on, join us. Jeff, what? The Ford ads say their product is made in the USA. Hey, what's going on here? Well, there you go. I'm just hoping that one of these trade deals works out, says Jim B. Become a member, Jim. Join us. Larry, good morning, everybody. I'm number 97. Alex, I was number 90 this morning. Steve says, Trump's making America great again. There you go. Let's see, Jeff. Jeff Presley to Jeff Glass. Honest question: do you just hate President Trump, or do you want America to fail for political reasons? I didn't vote for Biden, but wanted him to succeed for America. You know, people are asking political questions of each other. I don't know why. You're not making any money doing that. Right options. Just right options and get rich. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to continue on here. What else is coming on here? More comments. Lorraine, good morning. I don't come on often. Too much politics. I love my country. Right on, Lorraine. I love you too. We love you. It's okay. We do. Doug, hey, good morning, everybody. I'm number 103. Looks like more shrinkage today for all cash secured put writers. Gotta love the volatility. There you go. Crazy 49er says, let's grow the money tree, but watching someone pour bleach on it while saying this is going to help, trust me, that's what's happening there. Savage of Wall Street, unless you're a Native American, and this is truly not your country. You or your forefathers were immigrants. Most people in the country now, their ancestors were not even born on this continent. That's true of Alberta and Canada as well. There's a political movement going on in Alberta right now to try to get a referendum together to vote on separating from Canada, which I find laughable. The reality of Alberta is that the only parts of Alberta that could actually separate from Canada are all non-native owned land. Most of Alberta is native owned land. These are nations inside Canada, Indian nations, that will not separate because the province wants to separate. So all of a sudden the province is a fractured little group of cities. It's the biggest laugh off there is. It started in the, I remember it in the 80s. There was a movement then it died, then it came back in the 90s, now it died, now it's come back again. It is an absolute joke. And we have provincial politicians who think they're running a country. They have to be voted out because these people have lost sight of what they're there for. You're supposed to fix potholes, make sure sewage systems work, make sure the hospitals are funded, make sure schools work properly. That's your job. That's all your job is. You want to be a federal politician? Run for federal politics. But they won't, because they won't get elected. It's just ridiculous. Hey, Savage of Wall Street, the USA is a country built on the back of slavery, and if anyone were to claim this as their country, it would probably be the children of the enslaved Africans who were kidnapped from their land. There you go. Lorraine, my husband's mother is Native American from a small tribe in Guyana. There you go. All this stuff. Welcome all to the show. Hey, Flint Creek, I'm here. YouTube glitched on me. Savage of Wall Street, exactly. I can trace my lineage from both families to the middle of California in the 1600s and south. And the south of north is what is known today as Mexico, the 1700s. And even I don't say this is my land. Savage says the xenophobia this country's experience is insane. And it's a sad thing is that it is the children of immigrants and some immigrants themselves that think they're special. Then they get deported. There you go. What else is going on here? Savage, yep, ICE is now arresting United States citizens and holding them without due process for removal. There's a reason they didn't have their passport or ID. Kind of like the start of David in Germany. Kind of sad. You have to walk around with your papers now. Scary, isn't it? Kind of scary. Anyway, let's move on here. Moving on. Savage says his political rant is over. Okay, let's make some money, my fellow degenerates and simpletons. Let's make some money. Come on, kids. Richard, thank you. Again, Larry, thank you for hitting the bells here. We're now 8 minutes into the session, so let's get going here. Welcome all. What else is going on here? My NVIDIA is up 60%. I'm closing. Crazy 49. Those Palantir put credit spreads for 108 to 111. Worthless. I love this game. There you go. Class number one, baby. Practice account. There you go. Charlie, I sold 5 triple Qs, 478, 480 for a 19-cent premium. They're 486 right now is where the market is. So he's done the puts below the market. $2 spread. So $200 is the spread. $19 is the return. Just under 10% for expiry tonight, I guess. Meant that text from my wife, but I put it in the chat by accident, laughing out loud. The cat outside message. Oh my gosh. What else going on here? Welcome all. Oh my God. Bobby Atkinson, Spider call spread. I guess it's a call spread. 575, 577. Spider is 563 right now. And put spread. Okay, so you got a call spread 575, 577. Put spread 547, 543. All going to 1 penny. Bought back today. Nice going, Bobby. Nice job. All right. Welcome all to the program. Nice to have you here. We're up 144 on the Dow. We're up 151. There it is, 151. We were up 450 at one point this morning when I was up around 3 o'clock, 3:30. The S&P is up 24 points. The Nasdaq's up 102. The Nasdaq is the winner, 0.58%. It was up 1.5% this morning. It's only up a third of that now. The S&P is up 0.43 of a percentage point. The Dow's up 0.37. I think this is a dead cat bounce. Now, there's hype right now leading up to the next 10 minutes, because in 10 minutes, the word comes out from the White House about this deal. I'm sure in London, England, they're going to release their version of the deal there. So the Europeans will follow what they say. The American media will follow what the president says. And then we have all day to disseminate it. And could the market go red is what I wonder. Are we going higher or lower, or is it going to be nothing? Is it just going to be a nothing burger? I don't know. Let's find out together, okay? Okay. We have seen, as I've said earlier, we had seen crypto try to get up. The Bitcoin pricing was approaching $100,000 a coin. Bitcoin now is $99,321. Up $3,100 or $2,920 right now. So that it's close to 100,000, about $800 away at the moment. Elsewhere, the Canadian dollar is losing ground against the American dollar, not a lot, a third of a penny. The Swiss franc is losing a little bit, maybe 17/100ths of a penny. The UK pound is down a half a penny. The Japanese yen is down 2/3 of a penny, and the euro is almost unchanged right now. The Bank of England today reduced interest rates by 1/4 of a point, where yesterday the Federal Reserve in the United States did not change their interest rate policy. Okay, that's the story. Let's see what happens. The European Union had released a list of items and companies that would be facing tariffs as a reciprocal measure to the United States. And Boeing is one of the companies being targeted, apparently. We'll see how that plays out. It says here, there's a headline that says, Bill Gates plans to give away more than $200 billion over 20 years. He has given away billions already, as has his ex-wife. And same thing with the Bezos family. His ex-wife and Bezos have given away a lot of money. Warren Buffett has pledged to give away most of his money as well. Should be interesting to see what happens. All righty. That's about it. Coinbase apparently strikes a $2.9 billion deal for major crypto options platform. They want to acquire a company called Deribit. A push into the highly profitable crypto derivatives market, and a move meant to bolster its global growth. So, most of which I don't understand, and I don't profess to understand. See what happens. What else is going on? Jen is going to find out this morning that Aaron Rodgers might be joining the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's going to be something. Steelers just got rid of one of their receivers yesterday, making room for something. I don't know. I wonder what is going on. In the meantime, and in between time, we're here following the market, waiting for the announcement in 7 minutes from the Trump administration regarding this UK thing, this thingy to do with trading. So we'll see what's going on there. Okay, everybody. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me here today. I hope you're having a good morning. Hopefully you were able to write some contracts today to make some nice dollaros. Tomorrow is option expiry Friday, May the 8th, the second Friday of the month tomorrow, and next week Friday is the third Friday of the month. And that will be a very active day as well, obviously. Thank you all for joining us here today. I appreciate all of you coming through. Those of you who have given us thumbs ups, thank you again. And also, those of you who have answered my trivia question, or my question of the day, actually, it's not a trivia question. 230 people have answered the question of the day now. If the question is this: if the U.S. can keep signing deals with countries, starting with the U.K. today and others, do you think that might move SoFi shares into the 15, 17 range? Just, slip in there quietly, and it'll just go there. It won't even be a big deal. 74% say, yeah, it looks like, yeah, I think reaching 15 to 17 is very possible. If they start cutting deals here, one after the other, cookie cutter deals, definitely we'll see some activity there. 74% say yes, 26% say no. We have 140 now thumbs ups that have come through here. Lorraine has put in thumbs up number 103, and Lorraine is one of those daily people that hits the thumbs up button, and I say every day thank you to all of you, including Lorraine, for helping out. Susan Shops, of course, always popping the thumbs up button. Thank you guys so very, very much. Here's a question from Crazy 49er. Instead of closing my expiring put spread here, what are your thoughts on just rolling it to next week for another 40 cents? Well, if the pricing is right and you can add money to the trade, what's wrong with that strategy? Absolutely nothing is wrong with it. Nothing. Always be on the credit side, working for you. The positioning of your contracts work for you. Why not? Keep up the good work. This is on Palantir, by the way. I'm thinking of Palantir at 108, 111. That is what he's mentioning to me. Palantir is 116, and he's looking at 108, 111 put credit spreads. I see nothing wrong with this trade. Like nothing. I like the added credit to your account. Yeah. Beach Boy, if I can trace my lineage to my parents, does that make me political? Am I here anyway? Is Uncle Bruce homeless? Is lemon pie the best pie, or is this all political? What about Jameson's? Now what? Oh, we got a problem. There's all kinds of issues. John T. Trump will announce the UK trade and then something else. He likes to have surprises. Expect the market to pop due to the surprise statement. Well, we'll find out. Cutting Edge Flicks, number 53. Thank you for the reminder. Yes, sir. Thumbs ups always. Thank you guys so much for coming through for us. We're up 181 on the Dow, 30 on the S&P, and 134 on NASDAQ. We should be hearing apparently in 3 minutes. I don't know if this thing's going to be on time. I don't know who's covering it. I don't know. I'm just a guy in front of the computer trying to figure out what this market wants to do. I say once the announcement is out, you'll see the market reaction, and you might then move into expiry contracts for this afternoon or tomorrow on triple Qs, SPY, or certain stocks. Let's find out. Thank you all for joining us here. I'm trying to drink my coffee as quick as I can without spilling on myself, and it's not working. It's just not working. See the spots? Look at that. It just doesn't work. I'm not a very good clean coffee drinker. I'm a bit of a, bit of a slob, I suppose. Just a guy in front of a computer trying to drink some coffee. Thank you all. Cindy B, number 140. Hi, everybody. Bobby, I remember when Bezos and his wife divorced. She became like one of the 5th richest people in the United States. Bumped one of the Waltons down the notch a little bit. Jacob is here. Welcome, JM. Crazy 49er, you have a drinking problem. Yes, it's kind of like it started up here and now it's here and it's here. Yeah, I do have a drinking problem. Lorraine, I'm closing out my covered calls. I believe the market is going to pop. There is nothing wrong with taking a sideline position. This is a good move. You make a move, close out, fold your arms, let the market do what it wants to do, and then establish a new position. And if at the end of the day, if Lorraine ends up writing new covered calls a little later today for a lot more money than she bought these back for, because she's writing different expiry dates, different strike price, the market has moved, Lorraine is the winner. Of course, there you go. Way to go, Lorraine. Smart cookie you are. I love it. Thank you all for being here. We're up 182 on the Dow. We're at 6:59 local time here. We are certainly waiting to see, any announcement or something that we can sort of chew on here. We're all watching closely. You're watching closely. Let's see what happens. Rocket Lab's up a dime. SoFi's up 15 cents. GameStop is up 70 cents. That's nice. Who else is moving? Is anyone moving here? Apple down 13 cents. Tesla up 7.59. Microsoft up 4.59. Alphabet up 185. Amazon up 135. Nvidia up 26 cents. Meta Platforms up 4.61. Supermicro down 16 cents. ASTS down 20. AI up 55. Palantir up 5.47 to 115.96. MicroStrategy up 13.96 to 4.06. It was 4.10 this morning in the pre-market. Unity up 40. Goldman Sachs up $9.13. Cisco's up 14 cents. Spiders are up 3.05. The Qs are up 3.40. Netflix down 2.42 at 11.52. That's had one hell of a run. Pfizer down 7 cents. ARC Innovations up 102. IBM up 226. Uber down 70. HBQ up 36. Home Depot up $2. Vanex Semiconductors up 194. Adobe up 213. And Enphase up 43 cents. The Dow now 201 point gain on the session. We were up 450 in the pre-market before any trading really happened. So let's see if this market really does anything from here. Right now, around a plus 200 for the Dow. That's a 0.5%. S&P up 0.54%, and NASDAQ is up 0.75 percentage point. It's a nothing burger at the moment. It's positive, but, it's kind of positive. So there you go. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Lee, hey, Uncle Bruce, I'm still folding my arms on this 605, 610 call credit spread on Meta that expires tomorrow. Okay. Meta, the Meta stock is what he's into there. 602.86, and he's sitting on call credit spreads of 605, 610. As long as the stock stays under 605, they die worthless. The question is, if the shares back off after the announcement comes out, pops a little and then backs off, could you be out of this position in the next hour or two at a really nice profit? About to find out. We're up 220 on the Dow right now. Meta is at 603, up 650 a share. There you go. Thank you for sharing, Lee, and keeping us posted. We're curious to see how these credit spreads work on calls and puts, on indexes, on stocks that have very short timing, very short expiry dates. We got lots to watch here. Oil up 133 at 59.40. That's where we're at right now. Welcome to the show, everyone. Jeff Glass, I don't like that there doesn't seem to be a push-up on Rocket Lab with earnings tonight. It did last quarter, and it was a miss. Well, I did just mention Rocket Lab was higher. It is a little better. Rocket Lab was up, actually, it's not up like a ton. You're right. It's up 26 cents, 22.55. Maybe after this press conference, maybe in an hour from now, we'll get something. I don't know. We'll have to see, my friend. That was yesterday. How are you, Auntie Jen? She's alive and well, and she's here. Welcome all, and welcome Auntie Jen to the show. Auntie Jen, if you get a chance, you can shut off all the lights. We're nice and sunny out today. It's all good. 230 is the gain on the Dow, 32 on S&P, and 143 on the NASDAQ. At the moment, 1323 on your SoFi. The high of the day on your SoFi looks like 1340 already. That was nice to see that. That was a higher high than yesterday's high. So the stock has been trending a little higher every day, just a little here, a little there. SoFi is slipping higher. It's not slipping lower. It's slipping higher, just without raising any feathers. It's moving up. Very interesting. I'm a fan. Okay, we're up 228 on the Dow. SoFi up 22. We've got GameStop now up 70 cents at 26.71. ASTS up 7. Rocket Lab up 23 cents, about 1%. MSTR up 14 points. AI up 76 cents. Jen, how are you?
You were up early this morning?
Hi, yes.
Woke up for yesterday?
I woke up nice and early, not to miss this show. Yeah, 2:30 this morning. I woke up my time to get ready for my 5 o'clock show. I was up at 2:30 to get ready for my 5 o'clock show. Yes, I was up early. Oh, coffee drips. Take this away from me. I can't drink that anymore. It's cold. Now I'm going to try not to drink this very well. Caffeine-free Diet Coke. Welcome. I'm not sponsored by anybody. You know that. But I would put up a Coca-Cola logo and leave it there all the time if they were to sponsor me, because I put them in business. But no one at Coca-Cola calls me. No one at Coca-Cola contacts me. I would even give the stock quotes on Coca-Cola every day, but no one calls from Coca. I don't know, what do I have to do to get sponsored by the Coca-Cola company? I mean, I have drank this product forever. I'm such a loyal fan. I do what I can. I do what I can for that company, but they don't do anything for me. Although they make a nice product that I enjoy. I don't know. I'm just a guy, Hey, Jeff Glass. Sorry, I was away from the stream working. Damn job. John T. Trump to speak in 27 minutes. John Gill. Good morning, Auntie Jen. Jeff Glass. This could very well go the other way when Trump opens his yap, unless he announces a free trade deal, and that doesn't seem likely.
Morning, John. No, Britain and America have come to an agreement.
Yeah, that's what we're waiting for.
Isn't that what he's going to talk about?
That's what we're waiting for. We were up 450 on the Dow this morning, pre-market. We're only up 200 at the moment. We're watching to see if this is a dead cat bounce. Is this going to be a nothing burger announcement? Is this going to be one of those, we've come to an understanding that we're going to negotiate the details will be worked out shortly. 6 months later, we still don't know.
Understanding that we are going to put
we'll see how this plays. Mandu number 5, good morning, Auntie Jen. The thing is that, as I said earlier, and I said this on the Gold Bagel member show this morning, if you were part of that, this could be the template for a bunch of additional deals, which might be a good thing. The market is sure hoping that this is exactly what's happening. This is the beginning of deal after deal after deal that's just going to be better and better and better, and it's going to remove very high tariffs right away out of the way, and we're going to go forward now with a much more reasonable thing. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be a shit show. I think everything is screwed up. I think certain countries are going to talk the talk, but not walk the walk. And the first country that this is going to show is this weekend in Switzerland between China and America. I think China's going to say all kinds of nice things, but also reiterate that we're not interested in detailed discussions until all tariffs are eliminated back to where they were 2 months ago. And the Trump administration will put up their brave thumping their chest act, and nothing will get accomplished. But it'll be behind the scenes, and people will assure everyone on the Sunday talk shows, oh, all is well, all is well. But in reality, jack squat is happening.
They're yelling, bring out your dad.
Bring out the dad. Bring out the dad. Yeah, so we'll find out. I know China can certainly wait until next November, the midterms. They can certainly wait until then before they even think of discussing anything. Let the polls show the Chinese what the position of the American people are. If the American people vote next November completely against the Trump program, and they've had enough. They've seen 3 million job losses. They've seen inflation at 8%. They've seen all kinds of corporations collapse. They've seen empty shelves now for a year. They've had enough. Then there will be a complete change of House and Senate. And then the president will be a lame duck for his last 2 years. And guess what's going to happen? Impeachment hearings are going to start. So you're going to have 2 years of impeachment hearings. And you're going to try to negotiate now with the Chinese. They're going to wait another 2 years. They're going to say, "No, we're not going to bother." We're waiting for the Democrat and Republican candidates to declare that they're running for president of the United States, which will be right after November 2026. And let's see what their positions are on tariffs. And then we're going to talk from that. And we might not have a deal until 2028, 2029 with half the countries that Trump has decided to get tough on. and the American economy will go into a full-blown economic recession that will last 3 years, cost millions of jobs, all needlessly, will create inflation, will bankrupt corporations left, right, and center, and will leave this country in a whole different looking way than it was the last month of the Biden presidency. And it'll all be Joe Biden's fault. And there you go. And it doesn't matter whose fault it is. The damage will be done and it'll be severe. That's what could be happening. So you can read all you want into this trade deal today. You can play it up all you want and thank the heavens for this fantastic leader you have putting this wonderful deal together, but we're only up 136 right now. This market isn't confirming jack squat right now to you guys. It is telling you, I'm not so sure about this market. Now let's see what happens. I don't know. I'm just a guy. Just a guy. A plywood plant in Virginia just shut down. 550 jobs gone, says Tom. Lorraine, Uncle Bruce, China depends on the U.S. Their economy will be in shambles. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think China buys jack squat from the Americans. Soybeans, a couple of Boeing jets. No. The imbalance is 90-10 in the American favor. Half of all goods coming in from China are purchased and ordered by American corporations from their own subsidiary companies based in China. No. The Chinese they're not in trouble at all. We'll be writing cover calls if there's a pop on the news here. Let's see what happens. Well, we're up 130 on the Dow. That's it. 19 on S&P and 99 on NASDAQ. These markets are declining right now. They're backing off. Where's the great announcement? I don't know. Are we waiting? I don't know. Peloton stock falls sharply after earnings as revenue declines 13%. Are Peloton exercise bikes made in China? I wonder. Taiwan? Where are they made? And are they being tariffed to the moon right now? Peloton's in trouble if that's the case. Not good. I don't know. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy watching the market. I just want you to guys get richer. I want you to be on the right side of this market with your option trades. You're selling options that are worthless to an eager gambler. That's all you have to do. And then just fold your arms and let the contract die worthless. We're up only 96 on the Dow. We are falling. The markets are backing off. Brian, number 154 today. Number 154 on the thumbs up meter. Good morning. Rocket Lab earnings after the close tonight. Vilbus, even if China were in trouble, they'd happily bear it to hurt us in this situation. Yes, the Chinese will deal with everyone else but America. They'll get everything they need from the rest of the planet at very good deals. They'll make individual trade arrangements with other countries. They'll sign free trade arrangements with other countries. Oh, don't you worry about China. Don't fret about China. America has no power over China. None. That game ended decades ago. Don't be delusional that America can control China. No. We're up 72 points on the Dow right now. The markets are figuring out this deal, this UK thing. Is this a nothing burger? What's this deal? I don't even know. Have you seen anything? Do any of you see anything on this UK deal? I don't see anything yet. I'm going to look at Wall Street Journal headlines. Stocks rise ahead of U.S.-UK agreement. That's all I have. That's old news. That is old news. I don't know if there's anything going on here. I can't say. Let me go down here to, maybe I can go down to Barron's or something and see if there's another source of information. Barron's. You got any headlines for me over here? Nothing. Trump says the UK trade deal is the first of many. Okay, it'll only get harder. That's right. The easiest deal is the one you make first. Yeah, right. We'll find out what the UK folks have to say about this deal. If they are, they feel it, going to be great for them or not, going to make a damn bit of difference anywhere. I don't know. I'm just a guy in front of a computer trying to figure out with you what's going on. Where are we going? What's happening? We're only up 92 on the Dow now. So, we're worried about stagflation is what we're worried about. Higher prices and lower growth. That's not good. We get stagflation, we're in a death cross. We're in big trouble. Major currencies, let's see how that goes. Sometimes you can tell by currency trades exactly what's really going on. The euro is essentially unchanged. The UK pound is still down half a penny against the American dollar. The Swiss franc is a little stronger than earlier today. The Canadian dollar is a little better than this morning, a quarter of a penny. There's not much going on. Bitcoin, 99,356, trying to get up to 100,000 today. Hasn't hit it yet. It's trying to get there. So I don't have much there for you. We're at 13.19 on SoFi, by the way, up 18 cents. I don't know if much is being talked about. I got nothing on the Wall Street Journal. I don't see anything. If any of you see anything anywhere, you let me know, okay? Okay. BBC reports the news conference is delayed. Lorraine, I haven't seen anything yet, Bruce, but I've got the TV going. Jeff, Wilbus, you bet I will let you know if I see anything. Brian, Uncle Bruce, I did a thing. I bought GameStop calls for July. I did a thing, and I'm taking the gamble. Oh, you are. The IV is low. The stock price is low. If anything, will be a learning experience on how the premium moves. Okay. I only bought $500 worth. I'm having fun. I'm still having fun. This is a guy making money. This is what happens with people who make money around here. You start to kind of get off your lane a little, and you try this, and you try that, and you try that. But hey, I hear you. It's your money. You decide what you want to do. My recommendation is when you win, you keep pressing the win button and win again. Get bored to hell winning and winning and winning. Just get bored and keep winning and winning and winning. That's what I recommend. But hey, whatever, it's okay. We're up 99 on the Dow right now. 17-cent gain on SoFi, 75 cent gain on GameStop at 26.76. So it's up. ASTS down to nickel. Rocket Lab up 13. MSTR up $13. AI up 59 cents. Super Micro Computer down 32 cents. Nvidia's up 1 penny. Tesla's up 361. That's that. Spiders are up 197. Qs are up 242. Palantir's up 590. One of the best things that could happen today for this UK deal is if they were to agree that the UK would eliminate fees, taxes on services for software sales. The UK has gone after the Magnificent Seven to try to get money out of these guys. And they're trying to do it as sort of a value-added tax in the UK for any UK buyer of product from Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and so on. The Americans would love to get that removed. Certainly the Magnificent Seven would like that. But the Brits are going, hey, you're not giving us any protection on our product. Why should we protect yours? I know that software is not a car. It's not made of metal. It's not made of wood. It's a electronic transfer of knowledge. It's a service. But we in the UK, we're buyers of this stuff, and we're not getting anything for it. So we're gonna use this as a leveraging tool. Trump is using leverage, so the UK is going to use leverage right back. Now the question is, can they come out with a deal? Can they come up with an understanding, an arrangement that both will live with, not hurting our treasury, not hurting your treasury? The problem here is that you have politicians getting involved in private business. That's the problem. You have British buyers that want to buy Microsoft software, and the government says we want a cut of the action, and we can just get a cut by taking one. That's mafia. I mean, that's the mob. There you go. The United States government, you want to sell a product from Britain to Americans, we want a cut of the action. That's cutting in on them. That's a mob move. Private businesses are going, we don't want you in our house. Get out of my house. We'll just pay income tax on money we make. The governments are going, you're not paying income taxes to us. You're using shenanigans You're using Irish corporations to defer and delay and avoid taxes. We have to tax you this way. It's the only way we can get anything out of you guys because you keep shifting around your goalposts and we can't nail you for a tax deal. If you would just do a tax deal with us, everything would be fine. But these companies going, hey, it's free enterprise. And if it's better in Germany, I'm going to do business in Germany. If it's better in Ireland, I'll do business there. If it's better in Luxembourg, I'll do business there. American business is smart, very smart, and they hire very smart people to help them stay ahead of the curve. Even government taxation. And it's the same in China, Japan, South Korea, Indonesia, Canada, Brazil, anywhere. It's the same everywhere. So there you go. We're up 133 on the Dow, a little better, but nowhere near up 450 points. What is the story? Where are we at? We're waiting to hear what it's all about. We are apparently told there's been a delay in the announcement, so I don't know. I don't know. There you are, 143 gain now. A third of a point for the Dow. That's all this is. NASDAQ up 100. That's 0.57%. Jack squat. That's all this is. Anyway, there it is. I'm just a guy trying to figure this out with you. Thank you again for 250 votes for the question of the day. 250 votes saying that, you know what, Bruce, if the United States can cut deals just like they are with the UK, if they can cut deals like this with other countries again and again and again, you know, this is going to make, this could have SoFi slip up to this $15, $17 level. 74% say, you know what, I think you're right. I think this stock can go up to $15 to $17, just quietly, systematically, without any fanfare. It's a far cry from $8.85, isn't it? It's a far cry from $10 just a month ago. I like this game. We've got 155 thumbs ups. We need 45 more. This is a tough one. Can we get 45 thumbs ups before I go off the air today to get to 200 thumbs ups? Is this a possibility? Are there enough of you out there who have not yet hit the thumbs up button that might be encouraged to do so to help this poor, balding, old man, homeless Canadian with his homeless wife, living a harsh winter in Rancho Mirage, California? Can you help us out? We're driving a rented Tesla. We almost have nothing to drive. We have to pilgrimage to Costco a couple of times a week to afford to buy a barbecue chicken, pick up a little bit of pie and a couple of bagels at Whole Foods. Struggling. We're struggling along here. If you can hit the thumbs up button just to help out a struggling Canadian couple. We look at these prices and go, oh gosh, you got to multiply that by 10 just to see how much this costs. It's unbelievable. Paying $5 Canadian a bagel to eat down here. Can you help us out? I have 162 thumbs ups. We need 38 more to get to the promised land of 200 thumbs ups, where miraculously, the minute we hit 200 thumbs up, this channel will light up. It'll be unbelievable. The advertising money that will come into my coffers, if we can get to 200 thumbs ups, will be pennies more a day, getting us that much closer to the promised land. Thank you for helping us out. You guys are the best. Thank you again. Thumbs ups, the magic word. Total of 163. I just got another one. This is awesome. 37 thumbs ups away from 200. Auntie Jen and I are holding our breath between words, watching that thumbs up meter soar to 200 today. Thank you again. How many people have answered the question of the day now? Take a look here. 254. That's awesome, man. 254 people have answered the question of the day. 74% say, I agree with you, Uncle Bruce. I think SoFi can go $15 to $17. If they can, the Americans and the UK people and the Germans and the Canadians and others, all these allies can cut us a trade deal. His stock will just slip up to $15, $17, and no one will even be talking about it. It'll just happen. And of course, $17 a share, that sort of indicates to me that everybody here will be rolling in dough because your puts will have collapsed in price. And some of you will be looking at rollovers, mega dollars of rollovers. 166 thumbs ups are now here, 34 away from 200. Oh, man, is this good? 255 answers to the poll question of the day. Thank you guys for helping out. On both of these 2 meters are running right now. Thank you so much. Jen, how are you doing?
I'm good. Do you know what you want in?
Well, I'm wondering about my $5 bagel. What should I put on that $5 bagel? $5 Canadian bagel. They're so expensive down here. What should I have today? I wonder. Yeah. So what about just a cheese, buttered cheese on the bagel? You know, broil that cheese a little bit, kind of make it crispier on the top, and
Yeah,
slather that sucker.
because it's the grated.
Yeah, right. Toast the bagel nice and crispy, and then just add that melted cheese on there.
Okay.
Maybe that's the way to go today, and I'll just gunk up the entire digestive system, and you know,
There's the grated.
wonder why things aren't moving. Just mystery of life. Vilba says they're never on time for anything. Corinne, I am number 166. Bruce, 34 away from 200 thumbs ups. I'm doing my part to help you get to the promised land. I thank you so very much, and all of you who have helped out today. If you've already given me a thumbs up, man, I so appreciate you getting us this close to 200. This so close, tantalizingly close. 169, 31 away from 200 thumbs up. There are 201 people watching. I know there's got to be 60, 70 people who have not given us a thumbs up that could be giving us a thumbs up right now. They're not doing it. They're teasing us. They all want to be number 200. None of them want to be number 170 or 71. They all want to be number 200. I think that's what's going on there. There's 60 people that are going to give me a thumbs up as soon as I get to 199. And then right away, I'll be at 250. I know that's how this game works. You people are diabolical. Diabolical schemers. Jeff Glass, I think if there was a big positive news, we would, insiders would have already tipped us off, and we'd see some strange moves already, like we saw with NVIDIA yesterday. Big move before the news. Yeah, we're up 203 points. Remember now, we were only up 90 about 10 minutes ago, so, but is this the beginning of another down drip? I don't know. I'm just a guy in front of the computer trying to, fill you in on what I see and what I'm wondering is going on here. 205 point gain on the Dow. That's what I got. SoFi's up 27 cents to 13.28. GameStop 57 cents higher. ASTS is up 8. Rocket Lab up 16. MSTR up $15. We got gains. We have gains. Anyway, Bagel Babe, I did the thumb up. Thank you, Bagel Babe. Thank you again so much. Very much appreciated. We're up 217 on the Dow. I like this game. Go Dow, go. Make my viewers richer, please. Whichever direction this market wants to go, just make my viewers richer. That's all I ask. Richer viewers mean happier viewers, and much more generous viewers. So yeah, let's go to make my viewers richer. I keep wondering, how much a month in option premium my channel's viewers make. I really wonder about that. I don't know how to measure it. I'm sure I know there are viewers here that write hundreds of contracts at a time when they write contracts. Hundreds. Others do dozens at a time. They'll do 30, 60, 80 contracts at a time. Hundreds of my viewers write anywhere from 10 to 30 contracts at a time. Thousands of my viewers write 5 to 15 to 20 contracts at a time. I'm sure tens of thousands of my viewers over time have written 1 to 10 contracts at a time. I'm sure of it. And so you kind of wonder, what's the average? Do you think that the average writer of this channel writes 15 contracts at $3 a piece for $4,500? If that's the number, and there's like 20,000 of them that do that every month, 20,000 $4,500 positions are being done every month. Is that an average? Is it 250,000 contracts at $5 each? I don't know how many millions we're talking about. I think there's millions of dollars generated by my viewers. from the options market because of what we talk about here. Those of you who aren't doing anything, you're missing out with what this family is doing. There's a ton of kids here making a ton of money. Join them, I say. What's to stop you from joining them? If some of these folks will gladly tell you, if I can do it, anyone can do it because I'm an idiot. They'll tell you that straight out if you're in front of them. I don't know jack squat. I learned options because of Bruce. I took these classes he took here, these lessons that he made, and I've been here for 6 months. I've opened up a practice account and I do practice trading and I do real trading, and I'm winning more than I'm losing. Like, you cannot believe I'm winning. And this is something I'm not used to. I am not used to winning all the time. And the other problem I have is I'll write contracts and they'll drop in price, but they still have 2 months to go before they die. But they've gone down so much already. I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do because I'm a winner. I've never been a winner every time I write contract. I win. I've never been a winner every time I do this stuff in the market. Whenever I've played the market in the past, I've won a trade, I've lost 3 trades, I made a little bit of money, I made my money back, but I've never had like a win and a win and a win and a win and a win. With option writing, I'm always winning. And I'm never sure, when should I close out my position? How much of a percentage should I take? And what should the next position be, for how long, and at what strike price, and what percentage should I take off the table on that one? This is all new to me. I've never had to deal with this before. The act and the art of winning, managing winning trades on a consistent basis. These are first world option writer problems that we have here, and I appreciate you. Spagel Babe says, I brought in 900 today on 4 contracts and topped off my account enough to buy another 100 shares, and so on. Here we go. Brian, Uncle Bruce, could you do a poor man cover call, but the opposite way? Buy deep in the money puts and then sell short-term puts. I don't know. I've never bothered to look into anything like that. Maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't know. I really don't have an interest in trying to figure that out either. You Google it. I don't know. You've got too much time in your hands. Shouldn't you be at work? Or did you quit your job and now you're full-time and you're really getting into some complicated questions? Are you not writing options like you're supposed to be writing options? Are you going long? Are you buying options on spec? Are you gambling? What's going on here? There's something not right with Brian today. He's up to something. We're up to 232 for the gain on the Dow. I'll tell you that much. I see that. SoFi up 28 cents to 13.30 a share. Go SoFi, go. 26.61 up 60 on GameStop. ASTS up 2 cents. Rocket Lab up 29. MSTR up 15.94. AI up 78 cents. That's what we got. That's what I see. That's where I think we're at right now. Welcome all to the program. Welcome to the party, pal. I just want you guys to get richer. That's all I want. It's not all that complicated. Anyway, there you go. Barron's says here, Barron's article says Apple claims serious and irreparable harm, quote unquote, in a fight over App Store ruling. And Barron's also says Ford is raising prices. Car buyers get a taste of the tariffs. Another headline in Barron's, Molson Coors stock slumps as tariffs hit earnings and guidance. Beer, Ford for cars, Apple for phones and computers. There's all kinds of bad headlines out there. Not good headlines. Quote Lorraine, crazy Brian. That's what's going on. Crazy Brian's losing it. We're up 273 on the Dow. That's an uptick. 0.66 gain, 0.62 on S&P. That's 35 points. 0.75 of a point on NASDAQ, 136 higher. Beach Boy, Brian is giving back to society. He buys options now so he can give back. Everyone is thanking Brian. Lee saying on TV another 20 minutes or so. They've delayed again. So they're still working the deal. They can't figure out the language. They're trying to figure out the right way to present it. They're trying to find the right spin on it. If this deal was the all-encompassing, fantastic deal from heaven, big, beautiful tariff deal, it would be out there. The fact that it's being delayed and delayed and delayed, we got problems in paradise. That's what we have.
Maybe someone just needs to go to the bathroom.
It's not that good. No, someone doesn't need to go to the bathroom. No. Jeff Glass, trying to decide if I take a 50% win on my Rivian cash secured puts that I wrote yesterday afternoon. These are really good problems. You might want to do that. Sit on the money for a while. Just sit on your position, do nothing. Wait for this announcement to come out. If the stock moves lower, you're going to write a cash secured put all over again for another take. If it goes higher, you'll write a different priced cash secured put and look for that one to come in for you. I mean, you're going to win one or the other, but maybe not selling it is not a good idea. Maybe that doing nothing is not a good idea. Vilva, sounds like their big Liberation Day reveal that they were chat GPTing right up until the reveal. Brian, I'm sick, remember? I'm sick. I called in sick today. My head feels like it's going to blow up. I've been sick. Vilvas, these are deeply unserious people. Lisa now reports it's not a fully comprehensive deal. It's more like a statement of intent to negotiate further. Watch the market tank on that. John T., Uncle Bruce, if you have the liquid cash to sell a cash secured put on Qs, would that be better to do poor man covered call spreads or put credit spreads? No, it wouldn't. No, you'd be better off doing put credit spreads, 0 day to expiry, 2 days to expiry, do calls and put Duke iron condors, go a week out, go 2 weeks out if you want, and take big spreads. No, no. Much less capital required to do spread trading than to do cash secured put trading. So no, I wouldn't do that. Now, would I use everything I have on one trade? No. I would be doing 5 to 10% of my capital in any one option credit spread position. That's how I play this game. I would be 5 to 10% max of my total pool of capital to do these credit spreads on SPY, triple Qs, expiring today, expiring tomorrow, expiring a week from now. I'd be doing that. I would not be in all my eggs in one basket, because that's what you're doing with a cash secured put. You're writing against a 100 share position with a lot of capital on the line. Brian, hey, I asked everyone on Discord if they were willing to sell me July calls. No one took the offer. Lorraine, Brian is babysitting. That's what he's doing. He's house sitting. He's pretending to be sick. He's house sitting for somebody. He's gone to Mallorca and he's house sitting for somebody in Mallorca. They got a pet dog, and yeah, he says he's sick. His employer doesn't even know he went to Mallorca. That's what's going on. John says thanks. You got it, John. No problem. Welcome all. 1325 on SoFi now. The Dow's falling. It's only up 186. It's backing off. Yeah, if this agreement is one of those, we're going to agree to talk about the whole thing as we get ready to talk about the whole thing. I like how Lisa said that. Not fully comprehensive, more like a statement of intent to negotiate. Lisa's in the UK, I think. You are in the UK, right, Lisa? You're getting the news from there. I hope that's true. Free Range, good morning, Uncle Bruce, and Bagelers. Thank you, Free Range. Samuel, the British government agreeing to concessions on imports of American food and agricultural products in exchange for lower tariffs on British car exports per Reuters. That is the news out of Britain, out of the UK. We're up 196 on the Dow. We're up 25 on S&P. We're up 114 on NASDAQ.
In other words, you bring down what you want, and I'll bring down what I want.
Yeah, Jeff took my Rivian profits, Bruce. So I'm going to sit on the sidelines. If this Rivian stock drops this morning after all this gobbledygook comes out, you might rewrite those exact same puts again. You might just do the exact same, just boom, I bought them back down here. I'm going to write them over here. The difference is added cash in my account today. Thank you very much. Lisa, yes, I'm in London. I'm reporting for you all from London in the UK. That's what I want to hear. Vilbus, that is a chump change deal, you know, if that's all that deal is. Tom, a concept of a plan to discuss. Wow, that's worth 450 Dow points on the Dow's downside. Wow.
UK has
And
better
TJ.
things to do today. It's VE Day.
It's VE Day, and Russia's going to
anniversary of
do
VE
their
Day.
big parade there. and it'll
It's
celebrate
right
the conquest of over all the Nazis, including all the Nazis right now in Ukraine. Oh yeah, Russia is celebrating all
It's
kinds
very
of
hot. Give it a
stuff.
moment.
She says it's very
Just give it a
warm,
moment.
but this cheese,
It's gonna
this-
stick
this-
to the
this
Rivian.
cheese. Oh, look at this toasted. Mm,
It's like a pizza
yes.
without tomato sauce.
the best might be the best kind.
Instead of tomato sauce, it has butter.
I sometimes find that
butter.
pizzas are ruined by the kind of tomato sauce they put on it. Way too spicy and way too busy. I like it plain with the toppings are what it is for me. Thin crust, okay, but the toppings, the cheeses and the meats and mushrooms and olives and fresh tomatoes. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. Anyway, there you go. Let's see. Ray, hey, Uncle Bruce, I have a Jan 26 cash secured put for GameStop with a $20 strike. This is an out of the money Jan 26 cash secured put. I feel it has diminishing returns now, and what's left is time value. Is it time to roll to 25s? Unrealized is 38%. Ideally, I'd wait for 50%, but it's slowing down right now. Well, obviously, if the shares rise any more today, and they go to 27 bucks, you're going to get a little more, right? Now, on the other hand, if you roll up to 25s, you're $1.68 behind the market, out of the market. And if you can go forward to Jan 26, bring in more money, you should be able to bring in quite a bit more money. It might be the play for you. It might be a good idea. Juan, bagel time. Okay, we're up 176 on the Dow. Not 450 points. I've got a cheese bagel here waiting. Oh, yeah. Melted cheese on the sesame seed bagel. SoFi up 23 cents. GameStop up 67. ASDS down 15. Dow up 191. Not going anywhere. Really not doing much here. We're going to agree to talk more. That's comprehensive? I don't think so. Just a guy in front of a computer. Rivian Automotive. How is the Rivian stock doing now that our friend has purchased back his cash secured put? Rivian hit 1330 today, and that wasn't very long ago. It's now 1322, backed off a little bit here. And volume is 8 million or something like that. If the stock wants to go down to 1275, 1250, might be a good time to write a new cash secured put. 1324 at the moment. Well, we'll see how Rivian does. Looks like Mother's Day is coming up pretty soon. Oh my gosh. It's coming. One of these Sundays is right. Welcome all to the show. Thank you for joining me today. Dow around 185 for the gain. Don't seem to be going anywhere really. How many poll questions have we got here? Answers. 266 people have answered the question of the day. Thank you, everybody. Thumbs up meter, 179. 21 away from 200. Thank you, everybody. We're getting close. We got a shot at 200 today. 74% of you who have answered the poll question say, if the U.S. can sign new trade deals, I can see SoFi reaching 15 to 17. 74% say, yep, that's what I think is going to happen. 13:30 right now. Come on, SoFi. Let's go. Let's go, SoFi. Oh, this cheese bagel is delicious. Beach Boy, I wrote Rivian Jan 20s at 104. Thank you. Bobby wants to know, is there a market day off next Monday? Victoria Day in Canada. Are the U.S. markets open next Monday?
Yeah.
Huh?
They're closed for Memorial Day, not
So a week after. So
26.
Walter, good morning. Vega Familia and Auntie Jen. Uncle Bruce, you're making me hungry. Thumbs number 179. Welcome, Walter. Bobby, 2 Mondays from now, May 19th, that's when we're shut down. So, Bruce, you're going to get a long weekend.
Oh.
May 19th.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that's right. They have theirs first, then we have ours. Is that true?
I don't know. I usually find out the day before that I got a long weekend. I rarely figure this out. We're up 173 on the Dow, still not taking off. S&P up 21, NASDAQ up 99. Lisa, ASTS has earnings next Monday. Is it too risky to sell a 20th of June $24 cash secured put? Premium is almost $3. Stock's down 14 cents at 25.18. So they're right at 24. Out of the money, $1.15. You're willing to pay 21 for the stock, give or take. It's at 25 now. May 26th is Memorial Day, Bruce, by the way. Well, I'm looking at ASTS for the last month. In the low 22 range, 24 range. In the last 3 months, it came from the 30s. But over 6 months, it's been as low as the 20 to 34 range. So, you know, we got a range as wide as a Mack truck here. The 52-week range on this stock is $212 to $39. What's going to happen with ASTS? Now, I think ASTS has all the right things going on corporately, business development-wise. What I don't know is if the street cares about that or only dollars and cents. Do they expect earnings per share? Do they want earnings per share, or they will be disappointed? Or are they willing to go, it doesn't matter if they're still losing money. Their gross sales are surging. Their satellites are being launched. These guys are going to be a massive satellite telephone operator. This stock's going to be great. How is the street going to react? I don't know. Are tariffs a problem for these guys? I don't think so. Lisa, your guess is as good as mine. I'm not afraid of the trade, but you know, it's one of those. BP is here. A VE Day, 80 years ago today. Celebrations in Europe. That's what's going on today. Mm, mm, mm. Giddy up. We're up 158 on the Dow. We're really not going anywhere, are we, kids? Rivian here is now $13.19 a share after topping out at $13.30. It's backing off. Susan, British car exports. The concessions are for Rolls-Royce and Bentleys. Are they even? They are made in UK, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other vehicles made in the UK under any other brand name. I nothing's coming to mind. Mm-mm. Jaguar? Well, Jaguar is owned by an Indian company. Aren't Jaguars made in India, though? And Land Rover, are they not making them in India now? I'm not sure. Jen and I this past summer were in Southampton when we were on board the Queen Mary 2, and we had arrived from New York to Southampton, and then we went around the UK back to Southampton, and then when we got on the ship in Hamburg later to come back to New York, we stopped in Southampton. So we got the Southampton experience several times last summer. And the thing about Southampton that's amazing to see is the absolute number of cars that you see arriving and departing Southampton. It is truly stunning. Just trying to, I'm literally looking up photos to see if I can show you anything to do with Southampton and the car business, because it is stunning how many vehicles are handled through Southampton. I mean, it's just unreal. But you'll have to forgive me while I'm just casually going through here. I've got a lot of photos of Southampton, but I don't seem to have the Southampton car thing. There are like parking garages, like 8 levels high, that are not closed. They're open on all 4 sides. You can sort of see through them, you know. And they're just chocked full of cars. I mean, just chocked full of vehicles coming in and going out, coming in and going out, going on the trains, coming off of trains, coming onto ships, going off the ships. Yeah. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I have a photo of the gang that joined us in London Um, there we are. Yeah, we got Lisa in the front there. Got me in the back there. A few guests. We had some fun. That was great to see everybody. The little meet and greet we had there, that was super. Anyway, yeah, the Southampton thing, and the UK car business. I know the UK car business between Europe and the Mid East is huge, but I don't know about US. Look at the Dow. We're only up 91. I would think that the UK sells more Rolls Royces, Bentleys, Aston Martins, any other brand to the Mid East and Asia than to America. I could be wrong. UK is not up. Trump is on. Tata owns Jaguar. Yes, Indian company. Alex, I think you're right, Bruce. It's still a UK business. Offices are in Liverpool. Not sure how this works re-tariffs. Aston Martin, McLaren owned by UK. Land Rover is Tata Motors, India. Lisa, fast-tracking U.S. goods through UK customs, less red tape. Lotus, BP. Oh, Morgan Cars and Lotuses are UK too. Small brands. We're not talking big sellers here. Yeah. The Dow's up 56. Rivian down to $13. It's backing off. Those puts are going back up. Let the Rivian back off and then write those puts again. Just saying. Oh, that's good. Oh, Jen, you did it again. I love it. Thank you. Dow's up 107. It's trying to hang in there. It really is. The Dow is trying to be relevant. We're only up a third of a point here. 0.39 on NASDAQ. We're only up a quarter of a point on S&P. These three indexes are not charging ahead here. They're on the green side of the equation, but they're not inspiring a great breakout trade today. This is a dead cat bounce. This looks to me like a positive a market that wants to go up but is not being given a reason to really go up. That's where I'm getting this vibe from. VIX is climbing a little, says Beach Boy. Lisa, Keir Starmer didn't even bother going to DC. This shows how important the deal is. He's not even there at the moment to read about it. He was there a while ago, and I know. Yeah, I am.
Today, it's VE Day.
It's VE Day. That's true.
He's got bigger fish.
I don't know. I'm just a guy. Memorial Day is coming for America. That's the day you celebrate military victories and honor your service members. Canada has. Is Victoria Day our Memorial Day? No, we do that in November, Memorial Day for Canada, right? November. Remembrance Day.
The 11th.
The Great War, the closing of the Great War.
VE Day is World War II.
Correct. Yeah. Well. I wonder, If you ever watch the movie Back to the Future, Marty McFly comes back to 1955 and he walks across the street, almost gets run over by a car, ends up in the town square in front of the clock tower. Right in the middle of the property of the city hall there is a memorial to World War I and World War II veterans.
We've all got memorial parks.
Every town and city in North America has one of those,
A memorial.
a memorial to the service members.
Yeah.
How many towns and cities today in North America have let them go to disrepair?
I don't think so.
I wonder. It's just not the veterans themselves are not alive anymore from the First World War. There are virtually no Second World War veterans physically capable of being able to go to these memorial events because of their advanced age.
We had 3 Canadians go to the anniversary of the liberation of Holland. And
3.
2 of them were 100 and one of them was like 103. But they're saying that the guy who's 103 has absolute total recall of everything that happened then.
How many thousands were alive in 1945 after? 3 can go. Yeah, it's life. It's time. Time has gone by. It's just waited. But I wonder in the next 10 years, how many of these cities and towns across North America will let these memorials go to waste, stop funding the preservation of these things. Time has a way of ignoring past accomplishments. Any military event from the 1800s, no one celebrates them anymore. The First World War is hardly discussed anymore. It's just what it is. I mean, it's, kids today, what do they learn in school? Are they being taught all about the First World War, Second World War? Do they care? Really? Just saying. BP says, tariff reduction, steel and aluminum. The U.S. will reduce or remove the 25% tariffs previously imposed on UK steel and aluminum exports, automobiles. BP goes on to say, tariffs on UK car exports to the U.S., which are also set at 25%, will be lowered, benefiting the UK auto industry. Dude, we're doing great. BP, the UK's 2% digital service tax on large U.S. tech firms such as Amazon and Meta will remain in place for now. However, discussions ongoing regarding potential adjustments to this tax in the future. There you go. They all kick it down the road. Lorraine, Uncle Bruce, I was very busy. Trump is talking. BP, the UK has agreed to grant greater access to U.S. agricultural products that meet British food safety standards. In other words, nothing from the U.S. will be allowed in. There will be no concessions to allow products like chlorine-washed chicken or hormone-treated beef. Nothing will enter the UK. Count on it. It'll all be allowed if it meets the standards. Nothing meets the standards. This is the problem with American processed foods. It's garbage, and Americans are paying a terrible physical price for this. Just saying. Mike, I can't believe you guys don't want our chlorine chicken. I don't get it. Lisa, mutant chicken wings. No, thank you. No, thank you. I think we'll just enjoy British chicken wings, or Danish chicken, or German chicken. We're not going to go the route of the American laced product with all kinds of chemicals and growth hormones and the crap you put on the ground. No, not happening. There you go. So, hey, you can import it if you meet our standards. You'll never get it through the port. That's it. A mutant chicken has the most protein, says Brian. Come on. There you go. BP, you can keep your mutant chickens and beef, says BP. Bobby, Brockville, Ontario has kept up the monuments for the war, but we had hot, frosty movie made with that monument in the shots. We had to keep it pretty. Interesting. Movie, even making movies keeps monuments alive. Interesting stuff. Maybe that was part of the deal. Maybe the movie company came to the town and said, we'd like to do some footage here. And one of the things we'd like to propose is we will pay for a full restoration and a full maintenance of the memorial for these veterans, because we're going to hire, Vietnam veterans and Iraqi veterans as part of our movie crew here. We'd like to honor these people. And one of our little thing we like to do is part of the budget is to do this as a licensing right to film in your town. I mean, I don't know. I'm just wondering.
But we know someone whose house was used by a production company. They were filming next door and using that house for their people.
Yeah.
And they did a total clean of the entire house, even parts they weren't in.
True. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Beach Boy, bright phosphorus chicken wings. I'm getting hungry. Dude, no one in here but us chickens. BP, reciprocal tariff adjustments. In return, the UK will reduce tariffs on certain U.S. exports, including cars, meat, and shellfish, facilitating greater market access for American producers. Bobby, best chicken wings I had were from the UK when I visit. The wing was an actual adult chicken, not the rat legs the USA-Canada cook up. Beach Boy says, Kramer! Kramer, Rogers chicken, Kenny Rogers chicken. The wood, it makes it good. The wood is what makes it good. BP, while the deal stops short of comprehensive free trade agreement, it lays the groundwork for future negotiations and is expected to provide a modest boost to both economies. Dude, or should I say us, US, us chickens, BP, the best deal for who? Vilbus, allowing more US products in the UK market doesn't mean anyone will buy them, and there's that too. We're up 147 on the points right now, 14 on S&P, 74 on NASDAQ. Look, I will tell you, I remember when I was in Zermatt last summer, and the summer before that, and the summer before that. When Jen and I were in Zermatt, she would send me out to go get food, go hunt, hunter-gatherer, go. I'd go to the local grocery store, and I'd be walking around, and the amount of fresh food available in the grocery store was really quite inspiring. And looking at the ingredients and reading the ingredients, I couldn't find any of these insane preservatives that we're used to. So natural. However, expiry dates, 48 hours, 72 hours. You cannot keep this in your fridge for 3 weeks. You must buy and eat. So what they do there, they buy enough food for tonight. They buy their food to eat today or tomorrow. And then they come back tomorrow to buy food for the next day or the day after. It's a different mentality all the time. It's unique. Anyway, Lisa, I await branch of Los Polos Hermanos to open on my high street. Lorraine, Trump, the big, beautiful deal is on. I can't recall the details, but it's big for both countries. Oh, it's a big, beautiful deal. We're up 178 on the Dow now. Mike H., I wish that was available here. Yes, food on a 48-hour turnaround basis, super fresh, no artificial ingredients. It's next to impossible in America to be able to eat food without additives and preservatives. It's very difficult. People who suffer from certain allergies are always having a tough time. Mike H., the fresh food, that is. I wish we had the fresh food. Bobby, the street was changed from summertime to Hollywood winter here in our town. Very impressive with the scene, and the cleanup afterwards was very impressive. There you go. These movie companies are very well aware that when they come to a town, seek permission to film, that they kind of leave the area they were in better than when they got there. That leaves a warm and fuzzy feeling with the residents, the businesses, the politicians. So when another movie company comes to town, we're open to talk to you. You don't want to leave with bad taste in your mouth, obviously. BP says the U.S. has assured the U.K. of preferential treatment concerning any new tariffs on pharmaceutical imports. This measure is designed to protect the UK's significant pharmaceutical sector, which includes major companies like GlaxoSmithKline and AstraZeneca. Beach Boy, no cheese whiz in Zermatt. Uncle Bruce is screaming, why, where is my... I need to get the squeak out of my chair. Where's my cheese whiz? BP, the agreement includes provisions to streamline customs procedures, reducing non-tariff barriers, and expediting the movement of goods between the two countries. It all sounds great, doesn't it? Susan Shops, got the TV on Britain right now. I'm watching it. Jeff Glass, we have a soldiers memorial in downtown St. Louis. It was built in 1938, but was closed for years. Had $30 million restoration in 2018, and it's reopened, and it's a beautiful museum. BP, both countries have expressed a commitment to deepen ties in emerging technologies, including artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and quantum computing. Susan Shops, Brits are gushing over a beaming Trump. Vilbus, it's all stuff that has already been in place. BP, a lot of waffle, but no deals on the blurb saying reducing the tariffs. Mike, so nothing changed. We're up 200 on the Dow. We're just kind of hanging up 100 to 200. We're kind of in that hood right now, as best as I can see it. The Rivian 1296, still lower from that 1330 price. Maybe it'll go even lower. This is the low, well, not quite the low of the day, but maybe Rivian will go lower, and then those cash secured puts can be rewritten for a bunch of extra cash. Who knows? Who knows? 1327 on SoFi, up 26 cents. The Dow is up 194, and SoFi up 26. GameStop up 45. ASTS down 15 cents. Rocket Lab up 23. MSTR up $17. AI up 74. Super Micro up 1 penny. Mike H, the art of the deal in all its glory. Oh, bow to the magnificent leader. How wonderful this is. It's going to change the world. Hey, look, if it's better, it's better. Okay, but I wonder at the end of the day, a year from now, what will the average tariff be between the UK and the USA? Will Americans pay a higher price when you average it all out on anything coming in from the UK? Whether it has a 0 rate of duty or a 10% or a 25%, is it any better than it was before the latest administration took over? That's what we're going to have to watch for. And now we're going to watch for how many other deals coming forward. There have to be many. Susan, Trump tariff antics with market crashing. I know a lot of retirees who panicked and sold retirement investments to save whatever they could. They lost out on this rebound and are now in really bad shape with no bailout. Yes, and they don't know how to write stock options, so they can't improve their positions. BP, Rolls-Royce engines will be tariff-free. Do the Americans need them or something there? Jeff, I wrote those Rivian cash secured puts when it was around 1270 yesterday. Haven't pulled the trigger on a rewrite yet. Right on, Jeff. James of the Misty Tree, all syrup, no waffle. BP, Trump's Commerce Secretary, said it'll add $5 billion of opportunity for U.S. exporters. $5 billion of opportunity for those chemical-laced food exporters. Good luck with the health department in the UK to get that through the border. I don't know. I'm just a guy. Hey, I'm just a guy in front of the computer trying to tell you what I see going on. I'm trying to interpret it. The market is up 190. It's up 0.46 of a percentage point. That's all. Is this market going to hang around here, or is it going to go higher or lower as the day goes on? I don't know. Oil is up 148. The VIX is down 22 cents. I mean, the vibe is calm. It's a calm vibe, but it's not like, let's get in. let's not get in. Okay, I don't know. I'm just a guy doing what I can.
In other words, things can still change and nothing's going on.
Well, there you go. Yeah. We now have a total of 278 respondents to my question of the day. If these kinds of deals can come out one after the other, and we see evidence of lower tariffs, absolute lower tariffs, could that mean that the SoFi shares might just kind of slip up to the 15, 17 neighborhood and just kind of get there in no time at all? 75% of you say, I think so. I think SoFi can go up to 15, 17. It's a 13.23 right now, hanging right in there. We have 189 thumbs ups for Uncle Bruce today. We need 11 more to make 200. I wonder, like I said earlier today, are there 50 of you waiting for the 199 thumbs up to give me the 200 thumbs up? Are you holding back for me? Are you waiting to be the one to say, I am number 200, Uncle Bruce, I'm your guy? And the next thing you know, we're at 225 to 235 thumbs up because, all of you jumped and hit the button at the same time. I'm just a guy asking on the computer. Oh, look at that. British Airways is going to purchase Boeing planes. What a shock. What a shocking announcement. 192 on the thumbs up meter. 8 to go. Well, it could be Ryanair. Although Ryanair is Irish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it EasyJet?
Irish Airline, Ryanair said last month they would consider canceling a large order if U.S. tariffs are making flights.
Yeah, they want to.
So
Yeah, I don't know.
that's not British.
No, Irish is not British.
No.
No, British Airways is British. British Airways merged with the Italian carrier, Italia, I think. No, or was that Lufthansa? No, British Airways and Spanish Airways. There's a connection with some of the other, outfits. But hey, I don't know. There you go. Okay.
Oh, and there's still not a new pope.
What's that?
Still no new pope.
Okay.
Only blacksmith.
Okay. BP goes on to say, Starmer says deal will boost both the UK and the USA. I got a weed whacker right here. But Starmer is being panned by the UK press. Brian, 5 billion over 35 trillion. What's this? Bobby Spider put side buyback just triggered. Now for the call side. Dude, I have a friend who took out $50,000 from his retirement funds in 2016 when Trump was first elected. He finally put it in a money market fund 2 years ago. BP, for Donald Trump, this is a much needed win on tariffs, and he so far sounds triumphant. There you go. We're up 235 on the index for the Dow, 30 on S&P, and 127 on NASDAQ. An opinion piece just came out, says empty shelves, 4 lease signs, and job layoffs point to a recession by this summer. There you go. I will watch for that. Very interesting, everybody. Welcome all. Thank you for hanging out with me here. Let's see. Jeff Glass. I said no to the poll, not because I don't think SoFi can get to that 15-17 level, but any tariff deals aren't going to help get it there. It will be despite tariff deals. They are immune from bad signs on the tariff. Even a recession won't stop SoFi. A recession will actually help SoFi. People will bank from home without driving to a bank branch and wasting gas and all that sort of stuff. Bobby, call side bid ask lasts are all 1 cent range. Close the trade already, market makers. Lisa, Boeing and Iberia are owned by the same parent company, IAG. Jeff Glass, the tariff deals will be worse than when we started, and deal or not will have negative impact on the economy. Lorraine, American beef is the safest. That's what they're saying. BP analysts in the UK are panning the deal. Not good enough. Brian, Trump calls Fed Chair Jerome Powell a fool after central bank keeps rates steady again. Well, that was this morning. Dude, so many people just play these markets like it's a reflection of their emotions that gets you exactly nowhere. Exactly. That's true. We're up 248 on the Dow. It's the highest in a few hours, maybe. Okay, 0.6%. Are we up 3%? No. Are we up 1,000 points? Nope. We're up 31 on S&P, and Nasdaq's up 133. Oil up $1.50. The VIX down 12 cents. That is the story. That's what I see here. Okay. It be what it be. A SoFi 13.27 right now, up 26 cents. Let's see, 248 gain on the Dow. GameStop up 44, ASTS down 15 cents, Rocket Lab down up 22 for Rocket Lab. We're up 22 on Rocket Lab, 22.51. MSTR up $19. That's got to be Bitcoin pushing $1,000 a coin. It's got to be a Bitcoin trying to get to 1,000. It was there. It's been there, just short of there all morning. Bitcoin, $99,770 is the value of Bitcoin. Has not hit 100,000 today yet, but it's up $3,563. So it's very close to breaking the 100,000 barrier, which the high of which is 107,000. Canadian dollar losing half a penny at 138.98, or about 71.96 cents a share. The Canadian dollar got to 72.5 a couple of days ago, right after the election. Right now, 71.9. In Britain, the UK pound is losing almost nothing, a tenth of a penny. It's a very quiet session in the UK. The Japanese yen has been slipping. It was down to 143.5. Now it's up to 145. 145 yen to buy a dollar versus 143.5 yen. So the American dollar is climbing against Japan. Europe is slipping a fifth of a penny today. Very, generally speaking, rather quiet out there. Rather quiet. President says details need to be worked out in the next couple of weeks. And it's the first in a series of deals the administration has been negotiating, they say. We'll see what plays out there. Okay. Rumor has it that Aaron Rodgers is going to Pittsburgh.
I don't know.
There's talk.
Yeah, there's been talk for a while.
Yeah.
That he's visited, but
I don't know.
They have to learn when to stop.
I knew I'd get a reaction out of her on this one. Let's see here. BP, as expected, Trump is also teasing further deals to come after hearing UK analyst viewpoints. BP on the deals, by the way. Brian, Uncle Bruce, are you on this afternoon for Rocket Lab? We could go to the moon on this. I wasn't planning on it. Jen and I were going to be on the road this afternoon. Splair, someone has already experienced with antibiotics for a pet, probably went twice a day. I have to give it every 12 hours. What do I do with my rats? I don't know, Splair. BP, final details of the US-UK deal, not yet written, Trump says. It's not even written yet.
They should have told him that when they gave him.
Yeah, wherever you get the medication from, they should be telling you how to.
Cover them in butter, they'll eat it.
I don't know what to do. I'm not a rat guy. I'm just a guy. Okay, we're up 300 on the Dow. Okay, the Dow's up 312, 310. So it's reacting the most positively now since the announcement. Not for the day, because we were up 450 this morning, but we're up 314 right now on the Dow. Okay, that's 0.75%. Same with S&P, 0.75%. NASDAQ up 165, almost 1%. Almost. Okay. Bill was, it's like they rolled out the agenda for their trade meeting as a trade deal in itself. Yeah, it's a show. It's a show. It's a reality television show hosted by a reality television star. That's what you want. That's what you voted. You like you want the show. You got your show, and get ready for more of it. There you go. It is what it is. It be what it be. 13.32 on SoFi, up 31 cents. High of the day, 13.40. Okay. 48-cent gain on GameStop. We're only down 4 cents on ASTS now. Rocket Lab is up 28 cents, a little better. MSTR up 19.40. AI up 91. There you go. Yeah, it's like they rolled out the show for a show. Yeah. There you go. These guys love to be in front of cameras. Lisa, BTC over 100,000. Bitcoin has broken 100 grand. I only have 250 SoFi at 1385, says Brian. BP, final details of the US-UK deal not yet written. Trump says, Brian, I think I need more. I think I need more SoFi. There you go. Okay, we're 358 points to the upside. We're at 1332, 1333 on SoFi at the moment. BP says, Trump says negotiations with China are planned for this weekend, not between him. So we'll see what goes on there. Lorraine, Uncle Bruce, the movie production coming to our subdivision to film a movie on the golf course. I was thinking of offering my home. Atlanta will be the #1 production in movies. And if you can get top dollar, you may be offered huge money if you're allowed to do this for your house. Yeah, well, something to consider, certainly. Our daughter, Jen and I, Jen Jr. is a copywriter, and she was a copywriter for a commercial that was being filmed in someone's home, and they got big money for I think it was a two day time frame.
Total cleaning.
Yeah, and they totally cleaned the house. They might have been, I don't know if it was 2 days or 3 days, but it was a big amount of money, tons of dough, and the house was left in pristine condition. Very interesting. Brian, market turning back upwards, says Brian. There you go. Right now, 393 on the Dow. The Rivian shares are back to 1304, so they're a little bit better. They got down to looks like about 1292 or so. Now they're at 1305. They were at 1330, so they haven't recovered yet, even though the Dow is at the highest level since this morning's opening. We're almost up 400 points. Rivian is not leading the market. It's kind of going with it. So if this market goes down, if it loses some gas and slumps back to the 250 range, would Rivian go back down to 1290? I don't know. We'll find out about that. Splair, we talked too much about what has to be done afterwards if it's not helpful, but I'm almost sure every 12 hours, twice a day. Splair, you work on that. BP, oh dear, Starmer and Mendelsohn really getting some stick now. Not good. Apparently the media is all over them. Brian, I have NVIDIA 2 covered calls for January 26, $120 strike on NVIDIA's. Stock's 117.20. I got 1540 for them. They are going for around $18 right now. Think I should do a roll or just let them shrink out? So you wrote 120 strikes. The stock is sitting at 117, which means those options are out of the money, $2-3. You got 1540 for them. They're trading at 18, which is $1.60 more than you got. 260 more, pardon me, 260 more. They're only worth nothing. They're out of the money. They have no value. They've got 7 months to live. They're going to depreciate at $250 a month or whatever that number is, if the stock doesn't keep going. Even if the shares go to 125, the contracts are only worth $5 book value. They will lose money. They will go below 1540. So Brian, you can sit tight and do nothing if you like. Dare the market to go higher if you want. And I got the stock for 114, he says. So I mean, you get taken out. If that were to happen, you would get 135.40 for a 114 buy. Not a bad move. If the stock went to 125 and they bought you out, so you just got 134. They're trading at 125. You'll buy the 200 back and you'll write 2 more contracts for another $15, $16, $17 higher strike further out. Winning, Brian. Yeah, you have nothing to worry about there at the moment. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. BP, While the agreement is not a full-scale free trade deal, it represents a significant step towards strengthening UK-US economic relations and provides a foundation for future cooperation in various sectors. Media communicators are saying to go back to the table. There you go. Every deal has good and bad elements. The question is it good enough for the critics? And is it, a great deal for the backers? Welcome to the party, pal. No deal is perfect for any one side. It's called a negotiation, isn't it? Sure. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Giddy up, everybody. 431-point gain on the Dow. SoFi 1337, 3 cents away from the high of the day on your SoFi. And on other stock right now, we've got GameStop up 55 cents, climbing again. ASTS now green, up 17. Rocket Lab up 40. It's moving, 22.59. It's starting to move up. And MST are up $20.80 and AI up 96. And take another look at the currency and commodity market. Bitcoin, $100,588. That's a shot straight up, and that is a gain today of $4,381. Is it justified? I don't know, but that's where it is. It's up today. Canadian dollar back to 139 on the conversion rate, under 72 cents US. Swiss franc is now approaching 83 cents. The UK pound is about flat. There's not much going on there. The Japanese yen has lost 1.2 cents to the American dollar today. Euro just losing a quarter of a penny here at 112.79 today. So not a lot going on except Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the definitive leader, winner all alone. Definitely moved up from this low 93,000 level just in the last couple of days. And from early April, we've gone from 76,700 to 100,700. So that is a $24,000 gain in Bitcoin in about a month. So that is why MicroStrategy is doing very well. There it is. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party, pal. Thanks for joining us today on all this stuff. BP, via the UK government, US tariffs on UK automotives are immediately slashed from 27.5%, with steel and aluminum reduced to zero. Car exports tariffs will be reduced from 27 to 10%. This will apply to a quota of 100,000 cars, almost the total the UK exported last year. In a win for both countries, we have agreed new reciprocal market access on beef, with UK farmers given a tariff-free quota. BP for 13,000 metric tons, says BP on I guess that beef deal. Okay. Dow up 389 right now. Slight pullback from the 430 gain we had a few minutes ago. Okay, there you go. Well, there's winners and losers, and there's partial winners, partial losers. The question is, when it's all done, all the details are worked out, are tariffs still higher on average for UK product coming into America? I bet you it will be. I bet you when you compare a year ago to now or a month from now, you'll see that, you know what, the UK tariff, there's still a higher tariff on the average, on the aggregate, and it might add 100 million to the US Treasury, 200 million a year. I don't know. 10 years from now, that's, billions of dollars. I don't know. So we'll see what gives. Ray Sherlock, Rolls-Royce was brought up during Trump's press conference about them being sold in the U.S. now. Any U.S. Bagel Gang members going to buy a Rolls-Royce with your premium money? BP, tariffs are still very much higher, analysts are saying, and we need to reciprocate more. There you go. There you go. So there you have it. If America gets $100 million more in its treasury for 10 more years, it gets $1 billion from its own consumers, Americans, because of British imports. I don't know. Triple Q put spreads are shrinking, says Charlie. They're shrinking away. Very good. This is good for you guys. Giddy up, everybody. All right, well, there you go. I've been on the air for 3 hours, and I think I'm done. I think I'm very done. Susan, oh gosh, gushing over Rolls Royce. How many do you see on US roads? This is embarrassing. Here in this valley, boy, do we see Rolls Royces and Bentleys and Land Rovers and Jags, Lamborghinis, Ferraris. Right now is a low season. So they really stand out because all the rental tourist cars, the Chevy Malibubus and all these other junk cars,
And not all.
they're
new.
hardly running.
Some of them are just
Oh,
lovely.
oh, there's some Rolls Royces here, 40, 50 years old. They're beautiful,
Yeah.
perfectly maintained. Oh, yeah. Yeah. To see a 15-year-old Bentley is a nothing burger. To see a 2-year-old Bentley, to see a brand new Bentley is a nothing burger. It's a nothing burger.
My favorite little convertible.
That's right. Crazy 49er. Wait, I just came back from my computer. Please don't leave. BP Rolls-Royce engines in your airplanes too. That's right. That's right. And on Airbus's aircraft too. There you go, kids. Yeah, another day in paradise. Thank you. And ships, says BP. See, Rolls-Royce engines everywhere. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Thank you all for joining Jen and I today. We've really been a pleasure being with you for another session. Hope you found it profitable for your bottom line. Thank you again for joining this channel as a member and grabbing classes and looking me up for a one-on-one from time to time. It's always a pleasure seeing you. 282 people have answered my question of the day. 75% of you think that SoFi can go to 15-17 if they can bring out deal after deal after deal on these reciprocal trade deals. They think that the market will go higher. I hope so too. I do see 196 thumbs ups. 196. Thank you, everybody, for coming together for us and helping us out. This is absolutely a beautiful thing. 4 away from the magic of 200 thumbs ups on today's session. Thank you all so much for popping through here. Charlie, hey, thanks for the time, Uncle Bruce. It's always appreciated. Have a great day to everybody. Brian, Uncle Bruce, I was looking at Zillow for houses for sale. There are some doozies in Calgary. $6 million in just one house west of the Bow River. Wow. Susan Shops, what do you think of ASTS $28 cash secured puts for Jan 26 with a $9 premium and a break even of $18.98? I like what this stock represents. Plus, Google invested $8 million. And AT&T and Verizon. I like ASTS. I really do like the story. I think that's a very interesting, tremendous upside story. I like it. Now, if you're going to write $28 cash secured puts, you're talking about in the money about $2.60. So you're getting $6.60 or something, whatever that premium is, versus $9, but it's $9. Hey, Jan 26, $9 for 28s. You're willing to buy the stock for $18.98. I like your thinking, Susan, on that deal. You put up $2,800 and get $900 back, almost a third of your money up front. Nothing wrong with that trade. Walter, a thumbs up, knocking on the door. Brian, NVIDIA, 117.50. GameStop, 26.60. SoFi, 13.34. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. BP, sorry, I was just adding to the commentary I was hearing watching BBC. BP, neat. Brian, Susan Shops, they have earnings on Monday. Maybe you want to wait, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, if you write them now and the stock goes up $5, you're laughing. You write them now, the stock goes down $5, it doesn't matter. So, you decide. Brian, $25 cash secured puts for January gives you over 7. There's always those too. There you are. The thumbs up meter, let's see if we've hit 200. How close are we to the thumbs up meter hitting 200 today? 198. Oh my God, there's got to be 40 people waiting for one more thumbs up. Just one thumbs up. Someone hits the 199, and then there will be a ton of you jumping on number 200. And only one of you will get 200. Everyone else will be over 200. Oh my gosh, we're so close. We're up 398 on the Dow. 413 on the Dow now, 54 on S&P, 232 on NASDAQ. The VIX is down 94 cents. The market is definitely turning a little more to the positive side of things. That's what I have to say about that. Life is like a box of chocolates. That's what I have to say about that. I see 199 thumbs ups. That's what I see right now. 99 is what I'm seeing right here.
Who said they were 200?
Boy, oh boy. Brian, put on Yoko and you'll get the minus thumbs up right now. There you go. Boy, oh boy. Thank you all so much for getting us to 199 thumbs ups. Oh, you guys are unbelievable. Teasers to the max. 283 answers to the poll question. 75% of you agree. SoFi, 15 to 17 is where we're going if trade deals keep coming out the way they went out today. Well, let's hope you're right. Let's have what happens. Look at that. Oh, 200 thumbs ups. There it is. 200. Thank you, everybody, for 200 thumbs ups today. I really appreciate it. 109 people are here to witness this. This is good stuff. And now I suspect additional thumbs ups will come in. Thank you for the rerunners out there who are hitting the thumbs up button. Definitely, some of you catch the reruns of this show. Absolutely beautiful. All right, kids, that's it for me. I got to get going here. Got to get a nap in. Jen has plans for me. Have yourselves a great day today. Get a ton richer, please. Keep up the good work. We're up 34 on SoFi, up 44 on the Rocket Lab, and we're up 63 on GameStop. So we got the right direction on 3 of our favorite stocks. And then we noticed that Apple is green, Tesla is up, Microsoft is up, Alphabet, Amazon, NVIDIA, Meta, Supermicro, they're all green. ASTS up 3, AI is up, Palantir is up $7.90. MicroStrategy up $25. Look at that. Unity is up. Goldman is up $16. Cisco's higher. The spiders, of course, are up. The Qs are up. Netflix down $5.30, but it's $1,150 a share. What a run that's had. Pfizer's up a little bit. ARK is up. IBM is higher. HPQ, Home Depot, Vanik, Adobe, Enphase, all higher. Uber down 24 cents. Not a lot of red out there. A lot of positive movement today. Very, very interesting session today with this news from the White House. Thank you all again, one last time. Thank you. Appreciate you all. 202 thumbs ups are now trickling through here. Beautiful. You got to love it. Jen and I are going to say our goodbyes to you right now. You take care, everybody. Splitter, thank you for the extra long show. Brian, NVIDIA going to 118. SoFi, 14, end of the week, baby. Let's go. And Brian is saying, neat, 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 neat. That's right. All right, folks. In 3, 2, 1, Jen and I say, bye.